9 cars in heat race number 1. Top 3 are going to transfer directly to the A. Everybody else will go to a B feature tonight. So keep an eye on those top 3 spots.
Top 3 out of each of these heats in the Sportmod.
Yes, top 3 transfer. We got live timing pulled up here on My Race Pass. Thank you, My Race Pass, for having this option out there.
I need to do the same thing. As they come through 3 and 4, Lane Pugh looks them over. The 28th annual Tiny Lund Memorial is green. It's going to be Kevin Zeitner down to the early advantage. Tom Hensley trying to stay with him. Not going to have it. Oh, Zeitner washes up. Hensley now goes from the high side to the low side. He is going to, in fact, get by Zeitner. That will give him the lead. Now currently sitting in 3rd. Looks like the 27 of Bill Flagg. As, a little bit of contact between Hensley. As Zeitner is now back up in the lead. And in fact, it is going to be the 5T of Tyler Inman. Looks like his transponder's not working, but he is currently sitting in that 2nd place spot as he gets around to Hensley. Can he get up to the 60 of Zeitner?
We got the top 3 cars spreading out away. We got a battle for the 4th spot. 4 cars battling side by side by side. The 5 going to the inside of the 21X. We got that is between Inman and who else is it? Their numbers are all weird up here. We got 21. Is that Steve Doblin out there?
Yeah, 222 of Steve Doblin out there in the mix.
So his numbers throwing me off. He got shuffled back, unfortunately, as he's going to be side by side with another car down there deep in the pack, battling with a 64, as it shows on my race.
That is actually Nick Hermson.
So that's a 37. They're throwing me all off out here.
Oh, that's because that's his modified. He just decided to cut the sail panels off and pick a different number. But with 2 laps to go, it is still Kevin Zeitner leading, Tyler Inman in 2nd, and Hensley still sitting in 3rd. Those are the only 3 spots that matter right now, as those are going to be the 3 that are going to transfer directly into the A feature tonight. Right now, it looks like it is going to be the other 5 car. Oh, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen, we got a change. No, we do not. Never mind.
All right, coming into turn number 3 and into turn number 4, the leader, Kevin Zeitner, coming off of turn number 4. He's going to look up and see the checkered flag high in the air. He's going to take home heat race number 1. Second there, we got 5. Bill Flagg is checking in on there, but it is Tyler Inman who took 2nd. Transponder not working properly.
And Tom Hensley's going to round out the top 3, so it's going to be Zeitner, Inman, and Hensley punching their ticket directly to tonight's Keast Motors A main event. Once again, top 3 making it directly into the A. From the flag stand, going green this next time by. Nine cars, 6 laps is going to be the distance. Top 3 advance. Everybody else to the B feature. Who's going to punch their ticket? Heat race 2 of 4 for your Keast Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mods. And the green flag is out. We are racing. And it's going to be Longnecker and Madden side by side down the front stretch into 1. Now Madden going to get the advantage. He is going to take over the lead. Longnecker will relinquish the lead. He'll stay in 2nd. Joe Reitz now sitting in 3rd. Oh, problems for one of the cars. Can't quite see
who
it is.
Baker, I believe. Brandon Baker, I believe, is having problems out there.
Yeah, it looks like he might have ticked the wall coming out of 2 and fell back. Right now up front, it is all Madden, Longnecker, and Reitz. Next one up, that's going to be the 7. No, 7B of Brandon Baker still sitting in 4th. 1 spot out looking in. As Blair Simmons, I believe, is the one that was having issues.
Well, then Josiah Taylor's transponder's not quite working, but still the leader is Corey Madden as he takes him into turn number 1. But closest battle right now is about mid-pack there. Looks like Sacco might be reeling in the car ahead of him. It would be Brandon Baker. He might be trying to reel him in.
Indeed, and unfortunately that's still going to bring him up 1 spot short as we're halfway home. 3 down, 3 to go. Your current leader is still the 2 of Corey Madden. Hunter Longnecker still running in that 2nd place spot. 1.3 seconds back, 1.7 seconds back is going to be Joe Reitz in that 3rd place spot. Again, those are the top 3 that are going to make it in with barring any issues green flag is up, 2 laps to go. Now Joe Reitz feeling some pressure from the 7B of Brandon Baker. Can Baker get by Reitz? He is on the outside looking in. This is going to be the battle for the final transfer spot. Right now it is Lane Pugh with the white flag up in the air for the 2 of Corey Madden. Once again, the story is, can Joe Reitz hold off a hard charging Brandon Baker right now? 1 lap back around.
Brandon Baker has tagged into the number 3 spot on the transponders. So I wonder if one of our cars, there's the checker flag comes out. Corey Madden takes the heat race win, followed by Longnecker. And
Joe Reitz is going to punch his ticket into the A main by holding out Brandon Baker for that 3rd place spot.
So I do believe that was our Corey Madden's transponder wasn't working there because he was leading the whole thing, and it's not transferring around.
So once again, that is Madden, Longnecker, and Reitz punching their ticket to the show. 6 laps, 8 cars, top 3 transfer. Should I pull a Rod Patterson?
I don't know if you want to do that. He does many of things.
8 cars, 6 laps, top 3 transfer. What could go wrong?
Yeah, about that. We know how that all went. Looks like we're going to come green this time by Joe Hendricks. Leads us to the green flag, and there's the green. We're underway in heat race number 3. Josh blocked to an early lead off down into the, a little contact for the 3rd spot, washing up a little bit. He recovers, but we're going to stay clean and green. Josh Blom in your lead, coming into turn number 3, followed by Hendricks and Hillgardner.
Yeah, Kyle Tanner and Hayden Hillgardner both getting together. Hillgardner got the worst of it as he fell all the way to the back. Now he is slow through 3 and 4. I believe problems on the 5 car. And yes, he is going to call no joy, pull it down the work lane. Possibly, looks like all of the Hoosiers are aired up, so I'm not sure exactly why, but he is done for the heat race. He'll come through a B. Up front, it is still all Josh Blom right now. Blom running an absolutely beautiful race. Joe Hendricks in 2nd, Kyle Tanner in 3rd, but Tanner under fire from the 44 of Dylan Peterson from Jacksonville, Iowa, as Peterson takes a look to the inside of the 3. Once again, that is for your transfer spot. Peterson up to the quarter, up to the door. They're side by side going into 3. Once again, Peterson unfortunately has to back off just a hair. We'll see if he can make a better run coming out of 4. Nope, Kyle Tanner going to hold him off as we're halfway home. 3 down, 3 to go.
Knock, knock. Here comes a challenge for the lead. Kyle Tanner's down on the inside of Josh Blom as they're going down the backstretch right now. Number 3 is not showing up properly on my race pass.
That's Kyle Tanner.
That is Kyle Tanner. Okay, so who is the car?
That is Hendricks.
That is Hendricks that is not going across, but he's now found his way back as we got a battle for the 4th spot. Dylan Peterson to the inside. Oh, 3 wide going through turn number 1. Peterson thinks better of it, backs off a little bit as they go down the backstretch. He's going to be the inside of Hendricks.
And guess who's just checked themselves into the battle? That is the 81 of Baumeister. Baumeister now in 3rd, going for 2nd on Hendricks as the white flag comes out. Where did Jared Baumeister come from? I don't know, but he definitely has a transfer spot as unfortunately the 44 of Dylan Peterson now on the outside looking in. Josh Blom has one more set of corners to negotiate. He is going to come out of turn 4, and he is going to win heat race number 3, much to Buddy Ray Jones's dismay. And it's going to be Hendricks, Joe Hendricks, barely holding off Jared Baumeister at the line. So it's going to be Blom, Hendricks, and Baumeister picking their way to the A main from the heat race. That was a battle. I would like to know where Jared Baumeister came from.
Green flag out this time around. He's got it in hand, ready to go.
Lane Pugh ready to kick the tires and light the fires for your 4th and final heat of your Keist Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mods. Once again, top 3 will fill out the last 3 spots directly from the heat race in tonight's feature. Everybody else will get ready to go to a B. The RPMs are coming up. Boulware and Foster are bringing them down. We're green, and it's going to be Foster with a great run as he sails it down into 1 and 2 with the lead. AJ Boulware now under pressure from the Cade the Kid Richards. Richards giving him a couple of shots in the shorts with love. Now they're side by side heading down the backstretch into turn number 3. It's going to be Cade Richards. Now Richards getting a little bit of his own medicine back as Bullware gives a little shot in the shorts to the 1R. But right now it's going to be Foster, Richards, and Bullware, the top 3. On the outside looking in, that's going to be, oh, looks like a 9 car. I'm not sure who it is.
That'd be Matt Morrow, who is currently under pressure from the 7cc of Chris Demara.
Yes, you are correct.
Coming down off of turn number 4 for the next lap to go down. The closest battle is between Demara and Morrow. As Demara's to the inside of Morrow. Going into turn number 1, side by side, little slide job action. And we got the 72 of Ed Hamilton coming to join that battle. He wants to play as well. Morrow's going to try and, Morrow slides up, is going to come into the clutches of Ed Hamilton, but halfway home, 3 down, 3 to go for your leader of Nick Foster.
So once again, it is Nick Foster, Cade the Kid Richards, and the Bullfrog, AJ Bullware. As Demara sitting in 4th, 1 spot out. Was about to be under attack, but somebody's bobbled. Looks like that is the 9 Emma Morrow. Bobbled, he is going to fall to the back. 2 laps to go. Can these 3 Warriors hang on and punch their tickets directly into the A main? It is a huge gap from Richards back to Bullware, but a very small gap back from Bullware to Demara, 2 Siouxland guys who know how to race against each other. White flag is going to be out for Nick Foster in the 17F. 1 lap to go.
And look who's gaining on your leader, the kid, Cade Richards, racing down, trying to get your leader there, Nick Foster. He's got company as we're going to turn number 3. I don't think he's going to have time. Looking up and see the checker flag coming out this time by. Your winner is going to be the 17F of Nick Foster. Cade Richards running him down, but no time. He takes 2nd.
And the Bullfrog AJ Bullware is going to hold off Chris Demara and punch his way directly into the A main. So all spots from the heat races directly into the A are now filled for your Keist Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mods.
Heat 1. So we got row number 2 to the inside. We got 28B of Nick Shannon, and to his outside, the 28 of Troy Mabbitt.
Of course, they couldn't make it easy on us. They had to put both 28s in the same row. Your 3rd and final row is going to see the 24W of John Briggs and the 87 of Michael Steyer will be shotgun on the field. And how do you pronounce Lee's name?
Lee Crocked.
Crocked. Okay.
Lights out going to come to the green this time by 6 cars, 6 laps. The 10K leads us to the green as it's underway. Here coming off of turn number 4. Someone diving down at 28. Shannon dives to the inside but makes no avail as we're going to go 3 wide at the back of the pack. As this 87 of Steyer making ground on him.
The missile has been launched, ladies and gentlemen, as the Mill Valley Missile Jason Cole with a sizable advantage over Lee Crocked right now. And it looks like 3rd place. Battle is on. That is going to be the 28 of Mabbitt and the 24W of Briggs. Of course, everybody will transfer from the heat races into the feature for your hobby stocks. That seems to be the best battle on the track right now, the 28 and the 24W. As again, Briggs trying to get to the inside of Mabbitt. Here they come out of 4. They're side by side. Little bit of an advantage. In fact, give the spot directly to Briggs. As again, it is the Mill Valley Missile, Jason Cole, Lee Crocked. The 24W of Briggs, the 28 of Mabbitt. And then the battle for 5th between Steyer and Nick Shannon.
So once again, your leader is the 27 of Jason Cole, leading us to halfway, 3 down, 3 to go. Jason Cole, Lee Crocked, followed by the 24W of John Briggs. And then the next closest thing will, actually, as I speak, he slows down. The 87 of Steyer slowing down.
Flat tire on the 87. Looks like a flat left rear for Michael Steyer as the green flag comes out. 2 to go.
2 laps to go, and we got Jason Cole leading us into 1 and 2. I don't know if Lee Crocked has anything for him in the 10K. They sit about the same distance between each other as they go down the backstretch. Coming in turn number 3, it's still Jason Cole, your leader, coming in turn number 4 to see the white flag.
Message from Missile Base. We are coming for world domination, and it starts with a heat race win. 1 lap to go for Jason Cole right now. As he comes out of turn number 2 down the backstretch, has run an absolutely flawless heat race. He is going to sail it down into 3 and 4 one more time. And the Mo Valley Missile, Jason Cole, is going to win heat race number 1 for your KNOD Radio Wild Thing Hobby Stocks. Lee Kroc will be second. The 24W of John Briggs in third. Now we wait and we wait and we wait. And the 28 of Troy Mabbitt will be fourth. And that's going to be Nick Shannon rounding out your top 5. Of Colby Olson.
6 cars, 6 laps. How long do you think Chuck Madden's going to sit there in the back?
Considering how well he knows this track, not very long.
I'd expect to see him make a good little show. Alex Stapleton sitting on the pole there. Didn't he take a feature win not long ago?
He got his first ever career. Of course, he's had multiple wins in the compacts, but he's got his first ever feature win in the hobby stocks on championship night here. We'll see what he can do now as, not even close. Yo 1F of Jeff Fink takes the early advantage. Now Stapleton's got the wheels under him as he is right on the rear bumper. It is Dahmer and Stapleton, 1 and 2. And there you go. From 5th up to 3rd, that is Chuck Madden Jr. already in the top 3 and trying to go to the work on the 7 of Stapleton. Osbar will be running in 4th. And contact between the 99% and the 33K. That is Kimmel and Olson. No harm, no foul. Olson's going to round out your top 5, but up front it is still all the 01F of Jeff Fink.
Battle to the inside for the number 2 spot between Chuck Madden Jr. and Alex Stapleton. Madden on that opening lap thread the needle going into turn number 1, went to the middle of a 3-wide situation. Got the field goal, went up to 3rd. Now he's up to the 2nd spot as Alex Stapleton's going to battle back on the inside. What does he have for him? Here he comes. Chuck Madden, though, not content with sitting back there. Stapleton the inside. No little contact, little wash up halfway. Chuck Madden has the 2nd spot secured. Alex Stapleton in 3rd, but in 4th. Who's that coming up back there? That is the 12 of Brandon Osbar.
Dahmer is dominating right now as he has started to walk away from Chuck Madden Jr. Madden also pulling away from the 7 of Stapleton. Stapleton pulling away from Osbar. So right now the field pretty much stretching out as there are 2 laps to go as the green flag is high in the hand of Chief Starter Lane Pugh. Stapleton trying to go to the whip going into turn 1, but the car washes up maybe just a little bit.
Motor up.
Wow. And that is going to be the 33K of David Kimmel. And I don't know. I think he's going to have a couple of those fancy little view holes in the side of the block with that one.
Going to be able to check the pistons on that one, but we got the white flag out this time by Jeff Fink. And Dahmer is leading us down the backstretch. Chuck Madden's trying to make up ground. He has been, but I don't think he's going to have enough time going into turn number 3. The 01F of Jeff Fink is going to bring us around to turn number 4 and look up and see the checkered flag this time by. Lane Pugh is going to wave it, and Jeff Fink takes home heat race number 2 with Chuck Madden in 2nd.
Alex Stapleton's going to be 3rd, Osbar in 4th, and Olson's going to round out the top 5 as once again David Kimmel big time up in smoke.
The crew's down in turn number 1 there. Looks like we got a little debris picked up. They're going to pull away and see if we can go green this time by.
I'm wondering if it's pieces of Kimmel's motor.
I certainly hope not, but the lights are out. We're going to go green this time by. Jason Fusselman is going to bring us into turn number 3. Look up, and we'll see when the green comes out. Who comes out on top gets a hole shot into turn number 1. Slow pace in turn number 3. They're going to mash the pedals down right now as the green flag is coming out. It's in the air. We're underway.
And it is going to be Fuzzy with the early advantage. Jordan Androy certainly sitting in 2nd, but they're 3 wide behind him. Ransom. Contact between the Bubolts and Ransom as they were going 3 wide, and Bubolts ends up getting stopped down in between 1 and 2. He's going to keep going. We are going to stay green. It is Fusselman, Androy, 1 and 2, followed by Nielsen in 3rd, Ransom in 4th. And the 52 of Carter Coop rounding out the top 5 as Coop now going to the outside of Willie Ransom. That is your best battle on the track as of right now. As for 4th and 5th, Coop with about a 3. Oh, caution's out. Debris on the back stretch. And Jock didn't even bring us any French toast.
I wonder if that had anything to do with the spinner in turn 1.
All I know is Brian Buboltz was to the inside of Wild Willie Ransom, who was in the middle of 3 wide at that point. A little bit of contact as Ransom was washing up, Buboltz was washing up, and unfortunately Buboltz got the worst end of that deal.
Looks like we got the lights out. We're going to go green this time by. Fusselman is leading us into turn number 3.
It'll be a complete restart as we did not fully get a lap in.
We are single file. There's single file. We're going to take the green this time around. It's in the air. We're back underway.
Scoreboard said it was 6 to go, but maybe not. As Fusselman once again is going to lead him down into turn number 1 with Android in 2nd, Nielsen 3rd, Willie Ransom in 4th, and Carter Coop rounding out the top 5. Fusselman already starting to gap the double-out buckshot of Android. Brandon Nielsen hanging out there, seeing if he can possibly catch up and get around Android and maybe make a run at the 55 of Fusselman. Of course, Fusselman, at the conclusion of the 2020 Tiny Lund Memorial, is going to go into retirement unless somebody wants to hire him as a driver. So if you have a car and you want a championship driver, hit him up. But for right now, he wants to go out on top, and it's starting with leading heat race number 3 for your KNOD Hobby Stocks here at the 28th Annual Tiny Lund Memorial.
Speaking of going up top, now he's going to go to the bottom side. Coop to the inside of Nielsen, going for that 3rd position, side by side in turn number 1. He got around Willie Ransom. Little contact. They stayed clean and green, but he did not make it around Nielsen. On the opening of that restart, he got around the outside of Willie Ransom, and now he's knocking on the door of Nielsen for 3rd.
But up front, it is still Fusselman as the cross flags are out. 3 down, 3 to go. Jordan Android with an awesome run in this heat race as he is holding his own. He is holding the gap between him and Fusselman, also holding the gap ahead of Nielsen. Nielsen once again. Coop tried doing a bit of an attack, but it did not quite work. Coop now trying to regroup and regain and see if he can catch back up to the T8. Try to battle for that 3rd place spot one more time, but there's 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go, and we got a little bit of closure here going on between Jordan Android and Jason Fusselman. A little closer gap, but now they're still following each other, but he looks like he might be closing in on Fuzzy. Oh, maybe looking almost side by side here coming off of turn number 4, but Fuzzy's got the run. Now they're going to be side by side. Drag race down to the inside turn number 1. What will he have on this white flag lap?
The battle for the lead is on. Jordan Android to the inside. He is trying to get past Fuzzy. This would be a David and Goliath story right here as he is going to try and push it down. They're side by side through turn number 3. They're going to come out of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race. Oh, there's contact back further. But it is going to be Fusselman by a nose. And then Fusselman goes up in smoke. He beats the double-out buckshot by a nose and goes up in smoke. Brandon Nielsen in 3rd, Wild Willie Ransom 4th. And Coop will round out the top 5. Oh, my. Row number 3 to the inside, the 10 of Mike Stapleton from Denison. And to his outside from right here in Harlan. You've known him as a modified driver for years, but now he's taken his hand in the stock car ranks. That is the 2 of Brandon Red Munson.
And we got shotgun on the field. We got the 16 of Dustin Ree. And it looks like we're going to go green this time by, PJ.
That is correct. Once again, Pedraza, Barker, Dessel, Zimmerman, Stapleton, Munson, and Ray. Green flag is out. We are stock car racing, and it is Travis Barker with a little bit of a bump draft push from Paul Zimmerman jumping out to the lead. Red Munson now sitting in 3rd, trying to go to the outside of Zimmerman. He's got his nose there about right at his door panel. Side by side for 2nd it is. Barker still leading, but he doesn't realize he's got Zimmerman and Munson. 2 guys that know this track like the back of their hand, battling side by side for 2nd and 3rd. Pedraza in 4th. Rounding out the top 5 is going to be Mike Stapleton, but right now it's all Travis Barker, Mr. Clean out front.
Battle for 2nd still raging on between Munson and Zimmerman going into turn number 3, still side by side. Pedraza kind of got shuffled back there, but we're still got the side-by-side battle. Drag race down. Who's going to have it? No, the two of Munson still holding him off as they go through 1 and 2. Zimmerman to the inside, going to wash back just a tish, but Stapleton to the inside of Pedraza now holds his line there. He's going to look to the inside for that 4th place spot. Group of cars. Now we got a group of 3 cars battling for that 4th place spot. What did they got for? We go halfway down. 3 to go.
Mike Stapleton now underneath the Pedraza. That is for 4th spot right there. As Dustin Ray also trying to check in there, as it's now Stapleton Pedraza with Ray right behind. It is going to come out to 2 laps to go. Green flag goes high in the air. Travis Barker has walked away from Red Munson. Munson has now been able to get ahead of Zimmerman. As Zimmerman once again looks like he's trying to go to the whip and get underneath the Munson again, but not going to happen. Pedraza still sitting in that 4th place spot as Stapleton lost a little bit of ground to him, but the white flag is going to come out for the new Raceway Park back-to-back 2019 and 2020 champion, Travis Barker. Once again, it is Barker, Munson, Zimmerman, Pedraza, and Stapleton through 1 and 2. Barker down the backstretch, smooth as silk. He is going to sail it through 3 and 4. And Mr. Clean's going to do it. He is going to win heat race number 1. Travis Barker, your winner. Brandon Red Munson in 2nd. Paul Zimmerman in 3rd. Tim Pedraza in 4th. And Mike Stapleton's going to round out that top 5. And rounding out the field, the 9 car, that's not Axel Rose, it's not Axel Foley, it's Axel Peterson.
All right. Cade Richards starting on the outside of row number 1. Bob Walker to his inside. Lights are out. We're going to go green this time by. Ryan Webb and Nick Steyer right behind him, figure out what they can do. Cars are already picking up pace, looking for the green flag this time by. And it's up. We're underway.
And it's going to be Cade Richards with the early advantage as the 90W of Walker. He falls into a hornet's nest. You've got Webb, Steyer, and Bruck all right there. Walker able to get ahead of them as they go down to turn number 3 as right now it's Cade the Kid Richards still leading. He's going to come out lead lap number 1. Walker still holding off Ryan Webb, and side by side is going to be Bruck and Steyer. We've got them stacked up, packed up, and racked up 2nd through 5th right now, Ryan.
Well, that was a fatal 4-way for the 2nd spot, but now it's just a battle between Walker and Webb for that 2nd spot. Still side by side going down the front stretch out of turn number 4. Bruck, low contact. There,
contact.
Side by side. They're going to go into turn number 1, still clean and green. Now it's a fatal 4-way once again. Steyer into the backside of that, but Bruck looking to the outside of Webb. Walker still leading him down the back stretch for that 2nd place spot. Richards, by the way, at this time has checked out. He's gone. Dinner's done. He's going to leave the rest of them to pick up the check.
He's already back trying to make sure his homecoming date's happy with him because he's taking her to homecoming. That's how far away he is. So you got Cade the Kid Richards. Walker still holding off a hard-charging Ryan Webb. The 01B Kevin Bruck still sitting right there. And Steyer also. It's still a little bit of a bobble from Webb as Webb's going to lose 3rd place to Kevin Bruck and lose ground on Walker as 2 laps to go. It is still your leader, Cade Richards, through 3 and 4. He's going to see the white flag this time by 1 lap to go.
That's right. Cade Richards goes by the flag stand and takes it into turn number 1 with a white flag out. That battle in the pack there, now it's turned into battle for the 3rd spot as Walker has stepped away from Bruck and Bruck is stepping away from Webb. But into turn number 3 and off with turn number 4 is going to be the 1R of the kid. Cade Richards coming to the checker flag and taking home heat race number 2.
2nd place is going to be the 90W of Bob Walker. 3rd to the 01B of Kevin Bruck. 4th place is the ZR1 of Ryan Webb. And the 8 of Nick Steyer is going to round out that top 5.
2nd through 5th. That was a battle all race long. A fatal 4-way, I'd like to say, and they finally settled it out on the white flag lap.
You guys say, wahoo, Mike Albertson.
Oh, that's Wahoo?
That's Wahoo.
Well, like I said, you know these people a lot better than I do. You're in this area more often.
Yeah, you can't say Mike Albertson's name without adding the Wahoo in there.
All right, lights are out. We're going to go green this time by. So coming in at turn number 3, Mike Nichols on point. Speed's going to come up, and they're hitting the gas. Green is out. We are underway. Mike Nichols leading us on point with Troy Jervitz to his outside. Bobbles a little bit. He's going to try and make the run to the inside of him going down the backstretch. He swaps around, goes to the inside. From the outside, Jervitz to the inside of Mike Nichols battling for the top spot. As we got Knopp and Van Horn back there battling, and Stapleton's making his way up as well.
It's contact between Van Horn and Jervitz. A little bit of side slapping coming down the front stretch as Knopp, he tried getting a 2-for-1 special. It did not work. It is still Nichols now starting to gap the 101 of Jervitz. Jervitz still holding off Van Horn, Knopp, and Stapleton, who are all right behind. Oh, they're wanting so badly to try and push it 3 wide, but can't quite get it done. Now Van Horn once again trying to get to the inside of Jervitz as Stapleton now going to the outside. Wahoo Mike Albertson calling no joy. He is pulling it into the pits. He'll be done for the heat race. We'll see if he comes back out in the feature. But right now the battle is on. Van Horn trying to get to the inside of Jervitz. Stapleton trying to get to the outside of Van Horn. Now here comes Knopp. He has checked himself in as a bobble by the 8C of Stapleton allows Knopp now to take over that 4th place spot, but is all behind your leader, the 63 of Mike Nichols.
Stapleton swapping it back around to get to the inside of Keith Knopp as we got Dusty Van Horn looking at Jervitz, knocking on the back door. He goes to the inside. Now we're going to try side by side down to the front stretch. No, he's holding him off yet. And turn number 1 into the inside. Keep it clean. Jervitz holds off Van Horn as Knopp is holding off Stapleton. Once again, we have 2 by 2 going down the backstretch to turn number 3. Nichols, however, is checked out on the field, but coming down the front stretch now, Nichols leads it, and we're side by side for 2nd and 4th. Going at turn number 1, BJ.
Nichols, barring anything wonky going on, is going to take the win in heat race number 3, or 3rd and final heat race. But behind him is the story. It is still Jervitz and Van Horn as they have gapped Knopp and Stapleton. Mike Nichols going to win. Oh, something happens to Jervitz. Dusty Van Horn takes 2nd, Keith Knopp 3rd. And at the line, I do believe the 8C of Stapleton managed to take 4th. Jervitz back to 5th, who was sitting 2nd all race.
Tyler Feeblecorn, and to his outside, the 20 of Bobby Sorrell.
Inside row number 2, she is your 2020 Clay County Fair Speedway and Buena Vista Raceway champ, Nova's mommy, the 8K of Katie DeVries, into the outside of the 35C of Cody Cooper.
To the inside of row number 3 is the 15H of Tyler Housley, and to his outside of the 69V of Danny Vanderveen.
And rounding out the field, the 10K of Dennis Kennedy.
And the lights are out. We're going to go green this time by Lane Pugh with the flag in hand. RPM's coming up. The nest has been poked, and we're underway for heat race number 1 in the Sport Compacts.
It's time to release some Murder Hornets, and released we have done. Feeblecorn with a sizable advantage, but Katie DeVries up to that 2nd place spot. Now she is going to go to the whip and try to catch up with Feeblecorn. Her and Feeblecorn had some great battles up in Spencer at the Clay County Fair Speedway, so these two no strangers to each other. But right now it is Bobby Sorrell still sitting in 3rd with Cody Cooper now in that 4th place spot. And then you got Housley rounding out the top 5 as looks like a little bit of smoke coming out of the back of the bridesmaid, Danny Vanderveen, 69V car. We'll have to keep an eye on that. But right now up front, it is all Feeblecorn. When here comes DeVries.
Not alone is he. Tyler Feeblecorn, you get company. Katie DeVries knocking on the door. Here she comes to the high side. Looks like she's going to try and make a run to the high side around Feeblecorn. Hits the gas. What does she have for him? She's going to dive it to the inside. Coming down the backstretch. Only gets to the back bumper. Just knocking on to see that she's there. Earlier we had a 3-way battle between the back markers. Vanderveen out there with them, trying to figure out who's going to pick up the tip. But up front, still a battle shaping up for the lead with Feeblecorn and Debris.
3 down, 3 to go. Feeblecorn, he can feel the knocking on the back door as Katie DeVries is there. They're going to come down out of turn number 2. Feeblecorn going to gap just ever so slightly as they head in 3. And once again, DeVries in the corners able to make up ground on Feeblecorn. Feeblecorn has the straightaway speed, though. 2 laps to go. If DeVries is going to try and take a heat race win, she's going to have to do it soon as she has. Oh, she's right there. Almost giving a shot in the shorts to Feeblecorn, but not quite. Once again, Feeblecorn with just a lot of top-end speed is able to gap DeVries ever so slightly, going down the front and back stretch, but DeVries now back on the rear bumper as she almost looks to the inside. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. Can Katie DeVries get past the 61F of Feeblecorn? Once again, Feeblecorn into 1, bobbles just a little bit. DeVries right there, but still cannot quite get under to capitalize. Cody Cooper now sitting in that 3rd place spot. But as they come down the backstretch into 3 and 4, not going to happen. Tyler Feeblecorn's going to win heat race number 1. Katie DeVries will be 2nd. Cody Cooper in 3rd. Bobby Sorrell in 4th. And Tyler Housley is going to round out the top 5.
Challenging for the lead, just not enough time, or maybe she's holding something back for the feature there, PJ.
And to the outside, the other Van Osdal brother, the 15 of Chris Van Osdal.
And shotgun on the field will be the 46S of Jarrett Sloss.
So we got both Van Osdals, Reed, Tammy Clark, and of course, Kane the Bandit Malberg. This is definitely a stacked and packed heat race. 7 cars, 6 laps the distance. Heat race number 2 for your IMCA Murder Hornet Sport Compacts.
Green is coming out, and we're underway as we come off of turn number 4. Tammy Clark takes the early race lead going into turn number 1. And Van Osdal, Kane Malberg to the inside, makes it 3 wide for the lead, but Tammy Clark is going to run away with it, but leaves the Bandit to battle with Van Osdal. Going into turn number 3, the Bandit now it's going to take a look to the inside of Clark coming through turn number 4, but now we got 3 cars battling for the 2nd spot. Oh boy, here we go. Now Malberg has it. He's going to go to the outside. No, he's going to go to the inside. Switch it over. Look out. You got company, Tammy.
Unfortunately, he cannot capitalize as every time he goes from the high side to the low side, he loses just enough momentum where Tammy Clark is able to pull out and get a better run coming off of 2 and 4. Dugan, no. Clark still leads Malberg in 2nd. Then it is Reed, Van Osdal, and Van Osdal as the Van Osdal boys running 4th and 5th, with Brian leading the way over Chris. But with 4 laps coming down to seat, 3 laps to go. Oh, new leader. Caden the Bandit Malberg finally gets around Tammy Clark in the 4T. Now he is going to go to the whip. We're going to see if that Honda-powered Acura, is going to be able to pull away from that Chevy Cavalier. And it looks like, yes, indeed, he's going to. It is Malberg, Clark. 3rd is going to be Reed, Van Osdal, and Van Osdal.
Taking that position, Malberg threw it into turn number 1. I don't know how you pull a slider in a compact, but he found a way to do it, and he put a slider on Tammy Clark as he's trying to pull away, and he is pulling away, but now there's a battle showing up for 2nd there. Reed is catching Clark going down the backstretch. The gap is closing, knocking on the door, and the lap car of Sloss is staying out of the way. Thank you, Sloss, as we go around to come up to the white flag. Kane, the man of Malberg, is going to see the white flag, take it, and Reed's going to try and make his way up to pass Tammy Clark for the win here. For the 2nd place.
Kane, the man at Malberg, many feature victories around this place, many heat race victories, and going to add to that total as he is going to go into 3 and 4. As he comes out of 4, Kane, the man at Malberg, is going to win heat race number 2 in the year IMCA Murder Hornet Sport Compacts. Tammy Clark 2nd. Justin Reed in 3rd. Brian Van Osdal 4th. Chris Van Osdal rounds out the top 5.
All right, now we should be almost lined up. All right, 19X of Evan Hurribeck and Casey Tucker to the outside, going to roll us down the backstretch.
And we're going to go one more lap around.
Nope, we're going green.
Oh,
Lights are out.
Okay, so his green next time by must be this time by then.
And the green is coming out. Lane Pugh waves it. We're underway. Rabick is going to drive it down, takes the early race lead. And we're going 3 wide down the front stretch for the second spot into turn number 1. Who's going to have it as they go through? A little bit loose there. Tangles it up. And the gold car of the T13 of Braxton Wallace goes from the 4th spot to the 2nd spot. And the 33 Nicole Kimmel died down here on the front stretch. Yellow is out.
I'll tell you what. Braxton Wallace, I have him on Snapchat. He has been working so feverishly to try and get that car to go, and then he just shoves it right in there 3 wide. That was awesome. Nicole Kimmel apparently has one of those problems with her car where, you know, you stop on the track, but the only way to restart is when the caution comes out. So maybe I'll have to have that taken a look at for the feature. So once again, 6 laps the distance. We did not complete a full lap, so we're going to go complete, restart our final heat of compacts, and then we go from the smallest cars with half the cylinders to the biggest, burliest cars we're going to have out here. Your IMCA late models are going to be next on the track.
Green flag is out, and we're underway once again. Hopefully we can stay that way as Braxton Wallace once again shoves it into 3 wide into turn number 1, but it's settled out way before that. He has the 2nd place spot. The 27T of Tucker is going to try to battle to the inside, but who just went to his outside, bouncing down the back stretch? Who is that just went out there?
That looks like it's the 18. Dave's not here, man. Dave Malberg, as he not only has taken it a round of Casey Tucker, but he is working on the T13 of Braxton Wallace. Wallace now on the back bumper of Rabick. It's Rabick, Wallace, and Malberg. Throw a blanket over the top 3. Now Malberg to the outside of Wallace coming down the backstretch. He is at his door as they go down into turn number 3. Wallace able to catch back up to the rear bumper of Rabick, the 2020 Shelby County Speedway champion. And Malberg loses a little bit of ground, but it is Braxton Wallace still working on the 19X of Eben Rabick. So once again, Rabick, Wallace, Malberg, and then it is Tucker, and having a hard time seeing, bear with me, folks. That is going to be the 19 of Ryan Brown, your top 5.
Don't look now, Rabick. You got a battle right behind him between Wallace and Malberg side by side going into turn number 1. Little bit of bumping down the front stretch, but now they're going to go down the back stretch. Malberg looking to the inside of Wallace. Now the top 3 have settled themselves out a little bit, but Malberg's going to look once again to the inside of Wallace going into turn and off of turn number 4. Green flag going high in the air, 2 to go. Malberg, you got 2 laps to try it as he comes down in turn number 1. Battling Braxton Wallace for that 2nd place spot as they once again catch up to Rabick and knocking on the door.
Yeah, Rabick is living a lucky life right now, as I don't know how many times Braxton Wallace has tried to the high side, the low side, everything but giving him a shot in the shorts. Meanwhile, Wallace also still trying to hold off the 18 of Malberg. Oh, now that, just as I say that, Braxton Wallace a little shot in the shorts to Rabick. So now Wallace going to try and go to the high side. Can Rabick hold him off down the backstretch? Wallace up to, not quite up to his rear bumper. They're going to sling it down through 3 and 4 one more time. Checkered flag in the hands of Lane Pugh. It is going to be Evan Rabick is going to take the win. Braxton Wallace by a nose for 2nd. Malberg in 3rd. Ryan Brown 4th. And Casey Tucker rounds out the top 5, and a little bit of flame out from underneath the 27T. I'll have to keep an eye on that. And tomorrow should be even more as the money increases for the drivers who are going to check in. But right now we're going to go green next time by. Once again, Har, Wilson, Kaziski, Jorgensen, Leal, Jorgensen, and Zentner. Who's going to be the top 4 that make it directly into the A main out of the heat race?
Well, I was going to do live timing, but unfortunately we don't have that right now. It's not working. So green flag's going to come out. Har's going to lead him down the front stretch. As the green flag's up, we're underway. The 35 there leads off to the inside, so I'm going to battle to the inside number for the 2 spot. He has the 2 spot with the 47 of A.J. Jorgensen. now running in the third spot. Sorry about that. The 4M is now in the third spot. The 35's looking, and he might be knocking on the back door there as we go 3 wide almost. And Zentner punching his way. He's going for the outhouse, looking for the penthouse. He's battling for the third spot. 3 wide down the backstretch right now between Wilson and the 47 of Jorgensen. Split the uprights. Wilson's on the way back, but Zentner's on his way to the penthouse.
There were 4 cars originally, and then went down to 3, battling for 2 spots to transfer in. And it was the
lead battle.
The 47 of Jorgensen, as well as looks like the 22Z of Zentner. Those 2 were the ones that came out on top as they are sitting 3rd and 4th. We are 3 laps down, 3 laps to go. Battle for the lead going on. Tracy Haar now knows that the 35 of Kale Kaziski is there. Kaziski went to the inside, unfortunately not able to slide up and break the momentum of Haar. Haar goes side by side with Kaziski. Kaziski on the low side, Haar on the high side. 2 laps to go. Haar's going to retain the lead. Now, in 2 more laps, can Kaziski end up going with another shot at it? Yes, he does. To the inside once again, it is Kaziski and Haar side by side, as is Zentner and Jorgensen. Your top 4 transfer spots, 2 wide, 2 rows deep. White flag is out.
Haar is trying to hold off Kale Kaziski as it has turned into a fatal 4-way. Now settling out, just a battle right now for the lead. Kaziski to the inside of Haar. White flag is out. Checkered is going to come out this time by Haar. Drag race down the front stretch. Kale's going to go. No, it was Haar. Haar took it by just the slimmest of margins at the line. Haar holding off Kaziski for the win. Zentner in 3rd from the back row to 3rd spot.
And A.J. Jorgensen in the 47 going to round out the field. But when you say the slimmest of margins, literally 3, maybe 4 inches was the whole distance between 1st and 2nd. Well, I'm going to assume you're right, as I was changing the battery in my receiver, as it was, of course, goes dead at the most inopportune times. But, yeah, it looks like Pollard is the one they're going to say little too quick on the stick, so to speak.
A little too quick to mash the pedal, a little too excited to go. Hey, it's racing. We're all too excited to go. Let's go. Let's get the racing in. Lights are out. We're going to try and go green this time by. Hold it back a little bit. Easy, side by side. Into turn number 3. We'll see how we go this time around. The RPMs are coming up a little bit closer this time by, but Pollard still jumps out on the early race lead with the 41 Jorgensen out to the inside of the 0CFX Van Zerxum.
It is going to be the 41 of Robbie Jorgensen with the lead as they're almost through. I'm sorry, Pollard with the lead as they're almost 3 wide behind him. That is going to be Jorgensen now sitting up in that 2nd place spot. Meanwhile, it is Van Zerxum and Saltzman 2nd and 3rd. 4th is going to go to Tilly, and rounding out the top 5 is going to be the battle between Gary Webb and Don Beckstrom. Don Beckstrom picking up a win the week before the season championship here. Been a long time since he had been in victory lane, but he managed to get it done in his 80s, as Gary Webb is now going to take over that 6th place spot right in front of him. But up front, it is all Eric Pollard, your leader.
Saltzman to the inside of Van Zerxum as they go into turn number 3. Now he's going to take the position from Zerxum. And Van Zerxum's going to try and look to the bottom side. Now he's got company contact down the front stretch. And no, he keeps it clean. The 56 of Andrew Trilly got into the back of Van Zerxum, but we stay clean and green as now it's Pollard, Jorgensen, Saltzman, and Tilly coming down the front stretch. 2 to go this time by, and Tilly's going to try and chase down Saltzman for that 3rd place spot.
Pollard has checked out. He already has the car ready to go for the feature. He has such a sizable advantage. Remember, only top 4 are going to make it in. It is Eric Pollard as the white flag comes out, Jorgensen, Saltzman, and Tilly, top 4. Unfortunately, it is Zach Van Zerxum on the outside looking in, as he will have to go through a B feature. Checkered flag in the hands of Chief Starter Lane Pugh, and it's going to be Eric Pollard, your winner. Robbie Jorgensen going to take 2nd. 3rd's going to go to Brandon Saltzman, and Andrew Tilly is going to round out your top 4. They will punch their way into the A main directly from the heat race a little bit later out of heat race number 2.
Well, confusing or not, at least I know one thing. We are finally doubled up, and the lights look like they might go out this time by. Lane Pugh's reaching for his radio. Lights are out. We're going to go green this time by. Lane Pugh getting ready. We're going to go green with Jamison Kofelt and Brian Barrett on the front row.
Heat 3 of 4 for your Wings America IMCA late models. RPMs come up, and we're green, and it's going to be Kofelt with the early advantage as Brian Barrett's going to tuck into second. Third right now is going to be Jake the Ripper Neal with Randy Archer sitting there in that number 4 spot. The 92 Jacob Brown rounding out the top 5 as, yes, it looks like Randy Archer, he is going to go high, wide, and round the outside. He is going to take over third. Now he's going to take over second from Brian Barrett. He has that 18G hooked and cooking as he is now going to look to the outside of Jamison Kofelt. This is for the lead as they go down the backstretch into 3 and 4. And Archer around, new leader Archer, as Randy Archer is going to take the lead. Jamison Kofelt now back to second. Brian Barrett in third, and rounding out the top 4 right now is going to be Jacob Brown in the 92.
And we got a battle deeper in the pack with Jake Neal stumped and bobbled up. He's out near the outhouse with Todd Bell looking on it, knocking on the back door there. The field has kind of stretched out a little bit, halfway down, 3 to go. We got leader of Randy Archer, Kofelt in second. Third looking still to be the 2018 of Brian Barrett, but fourth is coming, trying to make a battle for the third place spot. We got, as they come around here, he's knocking on the back door. You got company, Barrett, as the 92 of Jacob Brown.
And now here comes Jake Neal. Sorry to interrupt, but that little shot in the shorts gave Jake Neal all the incentive he needed to get up underneath the 19.
3 wide.
They're 3 wide as Kofelt does not realize, it was 3 wide for a moment. Now they're going to flatten back out, and wait a minute, the 28T of Barrett off the pace. I'm not sure what happened. It's going to be Randy Archer winning the second place. Second place is going to go to Jacob Brown. Jamison Kofelt in third, and Jake Neal rounds out the top 4. Wow, what just transpired those last 2 laps, Dugan?
I don't know. All I know is cars went here, there, and everywhere, and what we thought was going to happen did not happen at all. And, yeah, I got nothing, BJ. It was a wild one.
Either B Features or intermission, I am not sure which.
I see cars lined up, so it looks like modifieds are going to be up next. So, heat race number 4 in your IMCA late models going down the backstretch. We got, oops, I got the wrong thing open here. Dan Jackson leading us down into turn number 3. Green flag ready to come out. The cars are picking up pace already, and I don't see it. Well, the green flag is going to come out. We're going to go racing as we go 3 wide down the front stretch, almost 4 wide.
And we're going to take off with the 3 of Dan Jackson. He is going to be your leader as they come through 1 and 2. Meanwhile, following him is going to be Ryan Griffith sitting in that second place spot. Third, that is going to be, I believe, the 24X of Micah Brown. And rounding out top 4 is going to be 3 wide for it. That is going to be the 6K of Elliott, Hop, and Leal. Right now it's going to be Hop as he is going to take over that 4th and final transfer spot. That is going to put Roger Elliott and Michael Leal on the outside looking in right now.
Speaking of looking in, looking up at the lead, the 15 of Griffith is knocking on the door to the inside of Jackson. We got it side by side down the backstretch going down Jackson. You got company to the inside. Griffith's looking, and he's going to do it. They're still side by side. Little bobble does not take the advantage. Jackson holding off Griffith, coming down halfway. 3 down, 3 to go. And we got a battle shaping up for the 4th spot too. But once again, looking to the inside is Griffith, but bobbles and holds back as Dan Jackson once again holds off Griffith for the lead of this heat race.
Dan Jackson living dangerously as he's running, doing what he has to do, running his line. But Griffith right there just trying to get to him at every turn. Now he's got a little bit of breathing room, does Dan Jackson. But I'll tell you who doesn't. That's going to be Micah Brown as the 80 of Alan Hopp is going to go flying right by him for that 3rd place spot. Now, can he get up there with 1 lap to go and possibly make it a battle for the second place spot with Griffith? Through 1 and 2, it is still all Dan Jackson. Down the backstretch, smooth, as we got 1 car starting to go up in smoke. But as they come through 3 and 4, it's going to be all Dan Jackson, your winner. Ryan Griffith in second. Alan Hopp third, and Micah Brown is going to be the last one to make it in through. Oh, and immediately the 13 Michael Leal just sprayed for Skeeters all over the front stretch. I hate to say it, Dugan, I do not think that one was a radiator.
Yeah, I can't see the backstretch anymore.
I can't see past the gate under the flag stand, and it's coming this way, so we'll be able to smell right away what it. We've got fans that are actually following the cloud with their phones, taking video as it comes by.
So,
oh, that is totally a motor that expired.
Oh yeah, that smelled hard.
From Ottawa, the 141 of Matt Bonine on the pole to his outside from Sioux City, the M80 of Jim Matheson.
To the inside of row number 2, we're going to find the 1R of Craig Reitz, and to his outside will be the 70 of Jesse Dennis.
Row number 3 to the inside, the 777 of Cody Olson, into the outside, the 01 of Jacob Hobscheit.
And shotgun in the field will be the 10J of Jason Cooper. As the lights are out, we're going to go green this time by. Matt Bonine takes us to the green flag. We're underway.
And we're trying to go 3 wide. We are 3 wide. It is Reitz, Matheson, and Bonine. Now Bonine trying to go to the whip as Matheson is going to go to the outside. Matheson but now here comes Jesse Dennis. He's checking in too. As Dennis is going to take second. Now he's to the inside of Bonine trying to get to the lead. Who's going to lead lap number 1? Jesse Dennis. Dennis leads. Bonine second. Here comes Cody Olson. Olson now going to take over second spot from Bonine. Meanwhile, it's Hobscheit and Reitz for 4th and 5th. But right now, Jesse Dennis, he is walking and stalking.
Starting P4, now runs P1, Jesse Dennis. And there was a pack of wild dogs as they went down around there. But now we're settled out a little bit as we got the top 4 single filed out. The 0-1 of Jacob Hobscheit looking on the back door, looking to the inside of Matt Bonine in the 141 down the back stretch, coming into turn number 3. Hobscheit's got the position into turn number 3, but Matt Bonine's not going to let him go. Looks to the outside, going to try and cross him over. Does he have anything? No. Hobscheit has the 3rd spot as they go into turn number 1. Halfway, 3 down, 3 to go, PJ.
Jesse Dennis, sizable advantage over the 777 of Cody Olson. The field pretty much all strung out right now, barring anything wonky going on. This should be how they're going to finish. 2 laps to go from Chief Starter Lane Pugh. Now, just as I said, this is how they should finish. Jacob Hobscheit has caught up to the back bumper of the 777 of Olson. Olson washes up the track in 2. Hobscheit's at the quarter, at the door. They're side by side as they go down into turn number 3. Hobscheit's going to drive it in deep to the low side. Give Jacob Hobscheit second. Cody Olson for a second was going to try and go to the low side, see if he can get the spot back, but nothing shaking bacon as it is. Oh, now he's going to try coming out of 2. He's going to try to pull the same move on Hobscheit. Hobscheit pulled on him. Not going to happen. As they go through 3 and 4 one last time. Jesse Dennis is going to win. Jacob Hobscheit in second. Cody Olson third. Matt Bonine fourth. And Craig Reitz is going to round out your top 5.
That was a great modified heat race there, PJ. We had battles all over the track. We had Jesse Dennis coming from the 4th spot, making a 5-car dance for 1 position, and Jesse Dennis checked out from that hotel. Of Anthony Roth, and to the outside, the 88 of Sean Berrigan.
Row number 3 to the inside. We'll see the 38 of Craig Garner, and to the outside, that is the 02 junior of Chris Mills.
Shotgun on the field is the 13H of the Honey Creek Hitman, Travis Hatcher. Looks like lights are out. We're going to go green this time by, PJ.
So we got Shryock, we got Roth, Berrigan, Mills, Hatcher. All these guys are winners. A lot of them have championships. Oh, this is going to be an all-timer. as the RPMs come up. We're gonna go green. It's gonna be Shryock with the early advantage. 3 car lengths down, or 3/4 of a car length down into 1. Little bit of contact between him and Alex Reitz. That's gonna open up the door for the 60 IV of Roth. Stone cold Anthony Roth now trying to get to that second place spot, trying to get underneath the 1 AR of Alex Reitz. Meanwhile, Shryock's going to the whip, trying to extend his lead because he knows what he's got behind him. It is Shryock, Roth, Reitz, Mills, and Berrigan, your top 5. And now here comes the Honey Creek hitman Travis Hatcher, as he is going to get around Craig Garner for that 6th place spot.
To the inside now, we got a battle for that second. Oh, bobbled up, and Mills goes around the outside, the high line around the outside of Reitz. Now Berrigan's going to try to get around Reitz, but now the 2nd place spot still held by Roth. Mills now takes the 3rd spot. He's going to try and run down Roth while Roth tries to run down Shryock. Shryock, don't look back. You got company coming as Roth is looking to chase him down, and Mills. Top 3, 1, 2, 3, single file, then it's a little bit back to another 1, 2, 3 battle. Hatcher's on the back door of Sean Berrigan for a little bit further back on that battle. And still up front, Kelly Shryock with Anthony Roth not far behind.
Stone Cold trying to track down the Skyrocket as Chris Mills sits there in that 3rd place spot. Alex Reitz now back to 4th as he is about ready. Oh, little bit of contact, Berrigan and Hatcher, and they both go around. Whoa, are we going to be able to get them going? No, caution is out, caution is out. Wow.
Little bit of contact between Berrigan and Hatcher, and they both synchronized spin around.
Stone Cold Anthony Roth. Chris Mills in 3rd, 4th to Alex Reitz, and the 38 of Garner is going to round out the top 5. RPMs are going to come up. Lane Pugh drops the green, and we are back. Once again, green-white checkered finish. Who's it going to be? As Roth tried to go to the inside of Shryock, nothing going to happen. Shryock is going to start to pull away ever so slightly. Meanwhile, Roth pulling away from the 0-2 junior of Mills. No, now we got a battle for the Anthony Roth just went to the Arby's slider as he pulls a beautiful slide job on Shryock to get the lead. Now Chris Mills going to get by for 2nd. Shryock now falls back to 3rd. Shryock going to try and battle back to the inside of Mills, but not going to happen. Stone Cold Anthony Roth is going to win. Heat race number 2. Chris Mills 2nd. Kelly Shryock 3rd. Alex Reitz 4th. And Garner's going to round. Sean Berrigan's going to round out the top 5. And wow, my voice just cracked like a prepubescent teenage boy. Row number 2 to the inside, the 27 of Bill Flagg, into the outside, the 29V of Brett Vanderheiden. Row number 3 is going to see the 55 of Mike Nichols and the 62 of Rick Barton. Row number 4, the 222 of Steve Doblin and the 3 of Kyle Tanner. Row number 5, the 21X of Max Dale and the 5 of Hayden Hillgardner, and Nick Hermson in the 64 will round out the field. 11 cars, 12 laps. Top 4 are going to transfer to the A main a little later on tonight.
Dale on his outside is going to be the 5 of Hayden Hillgardner, and rounding out the field, the 64 of Nick Hermson. Now I've got 5 of fantasy picks in this B Feature.
RPMs come up, and we are going to be green. It's going to be the 44 of Dylan Peterson taking the early advantage over Cody Hillgardner. Sorry. 2 Hillgardners in here to make sure I had the correct one. Peterson now walking away as Hillgardner, he is about to get mugged by Vanderheiden and Flagg. Able to hang on to 2nd though. It is Peterson, Hillgardner. Mike Nichols now sitting in 4th, trying to go into 3rd. And Brett Vanderheiden, the other one, who is sitting there in the top 4. Remember, top 4 are the ones that transfer. Mike Nichols in the 55, now sitting up into 4th as he is battling it out with Brett Vanderheiden back and forth for that 4th and final, for 3rd and 4th. Now Nichols is going to take over the 3rd place spot. He has some problems though, as he has some body work on the front of the car, flapping in the breeze. But right now it is all Dylan Peterson with the lead. Cody Hillgardner still running in second. Mike Nichols in third. Brett Vanderheiden still rounding out the top 4. But here comes 27 of Bill Flegg. Flegg trying to go to the whip, trying to catch up to that battle between Nichols and Vanderheiden. They're going to come down to see 8 laps to go this time by Dylan Peterson. Starting to walk away from the field. Oh, and problems for Hillgardner. Cody Hillgardner off the pace. He is done. That is going to move Bill Flegg in the 27 up to that 4th and final transfer spot. Now on the outside looking in, that is going to be the 5 of Hayden Hillgardner, who has worked his way up from the 10th spot up to the 5th place spot.
Battle for the 5th place spot going on right now between the 3 of Kyle Tanner and the 6-2 of Rick Barton. Oh, the Barton going around that was a 3 that just went around out there. Is the yellow going to come out, or is he going to stay green? Cars are slowing down back there. Is he going to keep it going? He's still steady. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Stepped a little too high going into turn number 1, and the car just went around on him. Unfortunately, Kyle Tanner's going to find himself at the back of the field this time around. Wow, my phone is running way behind.
Let me stay correct. Shelby County Speedway is offering.
Well, that's nothing new.
Yeah, I know. I need to upgrade. Either way, it looks like the lights are out. We're going to go green this time by. Mike Nichols shows. No, that's Dylan Peterson should be on the pole, shouldn't he?
Yeah, that's correct. By the way, I know someone that'll help you upgrade.
Yeah, I know someone too.
All right, so RPMs are going to come up. Dylan Peterson leads them back down to the green, and the green is out. And it's going to be Dylan Peterson. Vanderheiden, he takes the early jump over the 55 of Nichols. Flegg gets ahead of Hayden Hillgardner, so your top 5, as it's been for quite a few laps, is the same. Now Vanderheiden has a shot at the 44. He's going to try and get up there to the high side, see if he can do anything. Meanwhile, Nichols still trying to get around the high side of Flegg. And now Flegg, if Flegg's going to get underneath of Nichols and get by him for 3rd. Now Nichols on the bubble. Hayden Hillgardner going to the whip. He's whipping that 5 like a rented government plow mule, trying to catch up to the 55 to get by him, as he knows this is the last chance to get in the dance tonight. And caution is out. And it's going to be the 21X of Max Dale going around at the entrance of turn number 2. So Dugan, just hearing over the receiver, there's not going to be a B feature for the late models now. They are going to start the feature, the A feature, 26 cars deep.
26 cars, but that'll come later on as the green flag's going to come out for this B feature as Brett Vanderheiden brings us down the front stretch. Green flag is out. We're back to racing, PJ.
It is Vanderheiden with the lead. Peterson still in second, Flag in third. But now the battle is on for the final transfer spot as they're going to be 3 wide. It is going to be Tanner. It is going to be Hillgardner and Nichols. They're trying to push it 3 wide through 3 and 4. Where did Kyle Tanner come from? Still 6 laps to go. Plenty of time for something to happen. Nichols currently with the final transfer spot, that coveted 4th place spot, as he is trying to hold off Hillgardner again. Hillgardner now holding off the advances of Tanner. Field starting to straighten out except for Hillgardner. Hillgardner to the inside of Nichols. He had him by a nose at the line right there. Can he complete the pass? No, Nichols going to get back around him on the high side. This battle for the final transfer spot, Dugan, is an all-timer.
Nichols trying to hold off Hillgardner. And looks like Tanner's going to come back around to come on the back of Hillgardner, but to the inside. No, he's going to battle a little bit here. Mike Nichols got the hood coming up a little bit on the car there, but Hillgardner's down to the inside once again. 55 and 5. That's a lot of 5s out there, but leading us to the green flag. He's checking out on this one is Brett Vanderheiden to the lead, followed by Dylan Peterson. And then we got a battle for the 4th spot. Mike Nichols does not want to be left with the check on this one, as he's going to come up on the 27 of Bill Flegg. White flag is going to come out next time by PJ. Let's see who Flags battling with Mike Nichols coming down. White flag is out. 1 lap to go.
That is a battle for third and fourth right there as Hayden Hillgardner desperately trying to get up there. And Bill Flag bobbles. Flag bobbles. Hillgardner now takes that coveted fourth place spot. And we got a car around. Checker, not going to matter. Checkered flag going to come out. And it's going to be Brett Vanderheiden, Dylan Peterson, Mike Nichols, and Hayden Hillgardner. Your top 4 that are going to transfer directly into the A main.
The 193 of Josiah Taylor will start inside of row number 4. To his outside will be the 9M of Matt Morrow.
Row number 5 to the inside, the 3M of Nathan Mumm, and to the outside, the 2X of Greg Peck.
And shotgun on the field will be 32S of Blair Simmons.
Once again, 11 cars, 12 laps of distance. Top 4 will tag on and fill your final 4 spots in your A feature later tonight in your Keast Motors Northern Sport Mods. Lane Pugh drops the green, and we are rolling. It's going to be Brandon Baker with the early advantage tomorrow.
Trouble, turn 1, we got a parking lot. The 2 hit the, who is that, the 33? Or is that the 3M?
Well, down there, that's the
all right.
193 of Josiah Taylor.
Oh, that's the 193. The 32, or is that the 2X of Greg Peck?
That was the 2X of Greg Peck, yep, and the 193 of Josiah Taylor.
Maintain their transfer spots. Top 4 transfer out of this B feature. Coming in turn number 3, green flag will be coming out this time by.
As they come through 3 and 4, Lane Pugh takes a look, likes what he sees, and we are green. Again, it's going to be Brandon Baker with the advantage, but it is Jake Sacco now getting by tomorrow for second. Now he's going to try and go to the inside of Brandon Baker. He wants that lead. That Edge chassis number 14. He is going to take the lead. New leader, Sacco. So now Brandon Baker back to second. It is Demara and Thomas Van Dyke in the other Edge chassis in top 4. Those are the top 4 spots as Blazina, Mumm, those are the first 2 on the outside looking in. But right now, it is Jake Sacco, and he is setting sail in the 14.
Setting sail indeed, as the next closest battle will be for that final transfer spot. Chris Demara's got company in the 3J of Jim Blazina. Blazina coming back from the inside of the 3rd row, now knocking on the door for the transfer spot, and also is knocking on the door for the battle for second. So we got 2 battles side by side for the transfer spot. Blazina to the inside of Chris Demara coming down the front stretch, tucks back inside, thinks better of it, looking for a way to get back around him as a battle for, nope, now he's going to try to look to the inside of Demara once again, tucks back inside. Blazina's got nothing for him yet, but second place battle coming at you, PJ.
That is, give it to Thomas Van Dyke as Van Dyke is going to clear the 7B of Baker. So it is a pair of Edge chassis by most up front. The 14, ow! Van Dyke bobbles, Baker back underneath of him. Now Van Dyke back to 3rd, just as I was getting ready to talk about it. Sacco still leading with 8 laps to go. Baker in 2nd, now Van Dyke trying to mount another charge as he has gone to the whip. He is caught back up to the rear bumper of the 7B. But it is Chris Demara in that 4th place spot as he has Blazina and Mumm right there on the back bumper, who is going to be the final one to get that 4th place. Unfortunately, Ed Hamilton done for the night. We'll see him back tomorrow night for night number 2. But I'll tell you, Jake Sacco, as we are halfway home, is gone, Dugan. He has almost a quarter of a lap lead.
Gone he is, but the battle for the transfer spot is most definitely not gone as Blazina goes to the inside of Chris Demara, takes the spot, and we got Mumm also there wanting a piece of the action as well. Blazina takes the transfer spot. Demara now in a battle with Mumm for the 5th place spot. Mumm trying to make his way. He's going to dare to the inside of Demara. Demara back into 6th, sorry. Now Mumm is on his way to chase down.
Oh, not to interrupt. There's smoke coming out of the left side header of the 14. Your leader, Jake Sacco.
I heard
and
a
he's
pop.
Done.
I heard a pop. That's what I heard. Now he's going to go to the inside. He will not make the transfer. Then we're going to battle for the lead. Go to the backstretch. The 13 of Van Dyke to the inside is going to now battle for the lead. Mum now has a transfer spot. Demara, one spot looking in. Battle for the lead down the front stretch going into turn number 1. Van Dyke has it.
Van Dyke and Baker still side by side. Blazina and Mum, your final fours. Demara once again going to the whip, trying to catch up to Mum for that 4th and final transfer spot. They are going to see the green flag high in the air. 2 laps to go. This time by, they're still side by side. As this time coming out of 4, Van Dyke will clear Baker. Baker now going back. Oh, and Baker spins! Brandon Baker takes himself out of contention, and the yellow is out.
Oh, no.
First, we have the leader, Jake Sacco, blow up. Now we have second place, Brandon Baker spin. Wow, the top 4 is not a place you want to be in this B feature.
Hey, Chris Demara found himself in a transfer spot again. This time by Thomas Van Dyke leading it with Blazina in second. Then it's Mum and Demara and who else was that, PJ? Morrow, that's right, Morrow.
Yep, Morrow on the outside looking in. Can he get by Demara, or can Demara hold? Wow, look at the 7B of Baker from the back. He ought to right now is sitting in that 5th place spot. Demara under heavy attack. Meanwhile, you've got the 32 of Simmons going every which way but straight. Now Baker to the outside of Demara. This is going to be for the final transfer spot. White flag coming out for the 13 of Van Dyke. And now Baker into the transfer spot as he takes 4th from Demara. It is Van Dyke, Blazina, Mum, and Baker, your top 4. Can they hang on as they come through 3 and 4 one more time? Yes! It's going to be the 13, Thomas Van Dyke, punching his ticket into the A main, as is Jim Blazina, Nathan Mum, and Brandon Baker spins out, goes to the back, and comes back for a transfer spot. He will start dead last in the feature a little bit later tonight. And your final row, row 10, the 5 of Hayden Hillgardner, and the 7cc of Chris Demara. As the field comes down in front of the grandstands here at the Shelby County Speedway, if you're at home, stand up, give them a wave, and give them a shout. 20 cars, 15 laps. Who is going to be our first feature winner for the 2020 28th annual running of the Tiny Lund Memorial at the Shelby County Speedway in Harlan? Caution lights are out. We're going to be green this time out of turn number 4. Once again, 20 cars, 15 laps. Green flag is out. We are racing with the Sportmods. And it is going to be Hunter Longnecker with the early advantage, leading down into turn number 1 as Josh Blom tries to hang on but has to final battle for second. Oh, Joe Reitz bobbles. He hits the inside berm and he is going to fall way back, bottleneck a lot of cars. Right now it is Longnecker the leader, Blom in second, but Blom, he is under fire from the 1R of the Kid Richards. These two have a love-hate relationship as Blom's gonna bobble now. That's also gonna allow Baumeister now to get up in the 4th. They're changing 2nd, 3rd, and 4th like they're changing dance partners, Dugan.
Oh, and Baumeister's not gonna settle for that spot. He's gonna challenge for second spot on Richards as they go high up on the squeeze it next to the wall side by side going into turn number 1. Baumeister inside of Richards. Richards going to try and battle back as they come around this time by, but Baumeister's going to hold him back, but Blom's going to try and come back on him. We got cars all over each other deeper in the field. We got, is that Zeitner who just went up on by the 8?
Wow, no, Zeitner just bobbled heavily coming on turn number 4, and now he's going to lose the spot to the ATTB of Tom Hensley.
So he went around, and Hensley's coming back on him, and now we got another car coming up on that battle.
That's a 2T of Corey Madden that just got by Zeitner, is now trying to go to the high side of Hensley.
Coming to the high side of Hensley, and now Madden's going to try and battle that up as Zeitner lost ground on those two. Madden to the outside Madden to the outside of. Oh, he got ahead of him on that line, according to my race. Oh, that's why. Okay, so now, who is Richards battling with now? Now we got a battle going for the third spot. Bowmeister's well out ahead of that. The five.
Cade Richards battling with the 5T of Inman.
Five T of Inman is on the inside of Richards once again, going into turn number 3, side by side, and coming down now. Now Inman's going to have that position on Richards, but Richards is going to try and battling back as Bowmeister's looking to catch up to Longnecker going on the back stretch. Boom! Fire! Turn one! Zeitner up in flames!
The 60 of Kevin Zeitner, your 2019 and 2020 champion, up in flames for a moment. Wow, and now there's still flames coming out of the car.
The car is on fire. We should be going to red flag instance. The fire crew are rushing into the truck. They are on the way.
No call over the receiver. And then again, it might help if I had it in my ear.
Yeah, well, red flag is definitely out, and the crews are on the way out there. That was a big ball of flames, BJ.
Oh, and looks like problems for the 33, Joe Hendricks. He is going to take the Nebraska Med Center car to the pits. He is done. East Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mod Feature.
As they're going to come into turn number 3 here. Looking for the green flag. RPMs are coming up. And we are back underway here at the Shelby County Speedway. Tiny Lund Memorial going into turn number 1 right now. Inman, Bowmeister side by side in turn number 1. Little contact between Blom and Madden. They straighten it back out. We're going to stay clean and green. Madden going to dive to the inside of Blom down there for the 6th position. And now, battle for the 3rd spot as we got a battle, 3-car battle for the lead now.
As Longnecker bobbled, he now has a rear bumper full of Inman and Baumeister. Wow, just a slight bobble coming out of turn 4, and it allowed both cars to get right up on his rear bumper. Now Longnecker trying to get back in the rhythm, get his pace back, and try to pull away from these guys just a little bit. As it is Baumeister back up to 2nd. Inman now settling for that 3rd place spot. Battle is on for 4th and 5th between Cade Richards and Tom Hensley. But right now, the battle for second and 3rd still raging. Baumeister has it. Inman wants it. Inman again trying to take a run at the low side. Not going to happen. It's still Longnecker, Baumeister, Inman, Hensley, and Richards, your top 5.
Speaking of a battle, Madden is trying to hold off Vanderheiden, who went for a 3-wide battle, stuck it through the middle, split the uprights between Blom and Madden, and now Madden got back by around him, but Vanderheiden's in front of Blom now. Blom finds his way back. Now we got a leader. Oh, new leader. Bowmeister makes his way back around Longnecker as Inman's now on the back bumper of Longnecker trying to get back around him, and Hensley got around Richards for the 4th place spot as we got side by side once again going into turn number 3 deep in the field. Blom's now going to get back by Madden. Coming down the front stretch, that's your closest battle yet. And battle for 2nd shaping up still. Longnecker's trying to hold off Inman going into turn number 3.
So it is now Baumeister walking away from Longnecker and Inman, who are sitting 2nd and 3rd. Hensley still sitting in 4th. That caution is debris on the backstretch. Caution is out. Debris on the backstretch. Caution is out with 8 laps to go. Your Keist Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mod Feature.
The lights are out, coming to green this time by. Bowmeister's going to slowly pace us into 3 and 4. Inman's taking a peek to see if he can get a nice restart here as the green comes out. We're back underway. Longnecker hitting the high side. He's going to try to make a run down the front stretch here. Hits the high side to try and get around Inman. He is still side by side as we go 4 wide deep in the field. And still sticking with a 3 wide way deep in the field back there, I think, with Mike Nichols as they bobble around with Dylan Peterson in the mix.
Back about 8th through 15th is where that battle is going on. They're 2-3, trying to push it 4 wide in the back half of the field right now. And wow. Meanwhile, Baumeister has walked away from Inman, who's now taken second. Longnecker now in danger of possibly losing third to the ATTB of Hensley. And there's Cade Richards still hanging around that top 5. But behind him, it is a complete cluster mess as we have cars all over the track. Everybody giving each other room. Everybody, oh, and now we got the 5 of Hayden Hillgardner. It looks like he's got problems with the rear end. The rear end is definitely out of kilter.
Caution's going to be coming out. He's going to stay there in the bottom of turn 1.
I don't know. The way that rear end was off kilter, I don't think he was going to make it back regardless.
Not going to work out.
Well, they've been called, the hobby stocks have been called the wild things for a very, very long time because it usually is wild and woolly. But we still have 7 laps of Keist Motors Northern Sport Mod business to tend to as the RPMs come up. Can Jared Baumeister hang on for 7 more laps and take a tiny Lund victory? We're going to find out as Longnecker gets a horrible start. He is going to possibly lose third to Cade Richards. And in fact, no, they're side by side with Richards. It's going to be Richards, Hensley, and Longnecker. Words are escaping me right now. I apologize, folks, as they are battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now. And oh, Hensley goes around. Tom Hensley goes around. Vanderheiden have to make an evasive maneuver. And unfortunately, Nathan Mumm not able to make an evasive maneuver. Caution is back out in turn 1. And maybe at least hold his spot, if not gain a spot or 2.
Lights are out this time by. We're going to come back to the green. So, Baumeister leading Inman and Baumeister
Cade Richards.
leading Richards. And there's Longnecker and Balam. Top 5. We're green back.
Oh, contact between the 2 of Madden and Josh Wam. Just nerfed Wam out of the way. And here comes Madden like a man possessed. He is going to take over that 5th place spot right now as Vanderheiden trying to get underneath of him. He is going to go high, wide, and around the outside, take over that 5th place spot. Now he's going to go to work on the 93 of Longnecker for 4th. With the hood halfway flying off, the 2T, Corey Madden on a tear. Meanwhile, you've got Inman getting back by Cade Richards as Richards had 2nd for a half a moment. They're going to come down to 5 laps to go. It is still Jared Baumeister, your leader.
Back there in the field, Madden's going to see the hood come up. He's going to have trouble seeing, but he doesn't need to see. He doesn't need to see to the right. He needs to see to the left to see Vanderheiden to the inside of Madden. As he comes down the backstretch, Vanderheiden takes that position over Madden, who's got that sail up in the air. As now we got Longnecker looking to the inside slightly of Richards, but now still back to the inside, still trying to battle back as Madden on Vanderheiden. Vanderheiden still holding off Madden as they're still battling out back there for the 5th spot. Battle for 5th, straightening back out. Baumeister checked out. Inman checked out in 2nd. Longnecker battling for 3rd with Richards. And a gaggle of cars coming off the turn 4 now. It's everywhere, PJ.
3 laps to go for Jared Baumeister, who has a sizable advantage over Tyler Inman. Inman also a sizable advantage over the battle going on for 3rd and 4th. As we've got the 1 Arcade Richards, the 93 of Longnecker battling it out side by side. 2 laps to go. This is the first and so far best battle on the track as Richards going to get around the 93 of Longnecker for that 3rd place spot. Meanwhile, up front it is Jared Baumeister seeing the white flag in the hands of Chief Starter Lane Pugh as he has one more lapper on the 410 Mile Shelby County Speedway to go. And he'll pick up a Tiny Lund Memorial victory as he's going to head down the backstretch 2, 3, and 4 one more time. Night number 1, feature number 1 in your Keith Motors IMCA Northern Sport Mods goes to the 81 of Jared Baumeister, Tyler Edmond in second, Cade the Kid Richards in third, Hunter Longnecker in fourth, and Brett Vanderheiden's going to round out that top 5. So for everybody at home on Advantage Racing TV, this is going to be the parade lap for the KNOD Hobby Stocks. We know you might not be here at Shelby County Speedway, but we ask you to please rise and give these drivers a hoot and a holler from home, as they will definitely appreciate it. 18 cars, 15 laps. Your Wild Thing IMCA Hobby Stocks presented by KNOD 105.3 Radio in Harlan.
The lights are out, PJ. We're going to go green this time by.
We've got 18 guys that have the eye of the tiger as they are eyeing one of the biggest prizes in the area. You know, this is one of those, it's not as big as the Super Nationals, but after the Super Nats, this is one of the races everybody wants to win, is a Tiny Lund Memorial Trophy. Who is going to win it in the Hobby Stocks on night 1? We're about to find out as Lane Pugh drops the green, and we are racing. And it's going to be Chuck Madden Jr. to the early advantage. Lee Kroc. Oh, Lee Kroc got into it with Alex Stapleton just a little bit. That's going to push Stapleton back, but it is. Oh, Lee Kroc to the inside of the 2X of Madden. Madden, of course, one of the stalwarts here at the Shelby County Speedway. And Lee Kroc trying to keep up with them. Jeff Fink now into third. Stapleton into fourth. And here comes the Mole Valley Missile. Jason Cole working his way into fifth. Now he's going to the outside of Stapleton. He is going to try to take fourth. He is going to have fourth. Now can he get third away from Jeff Fink? The Missile is coming, and his target is Victory Lane. We'll see if he gets there.
Leading is Chuck Madden, and we got a battle for third side by side going into turn 1 with 27 of Jason Cole on the outside. Now he gets the third spot secured in. Going to drop him back so he can deal with Alex Stapleton, as now he's going to battle for the second spot on Lee Kroc as they come out of turn number 4. Now looks like almost gave a little shock to the shorts as he goes into turn number 1. But we got a side-by-side battle going into turn number 1, out of turn number 1, 3 cars deep and sliding around, but now battle for second and battle for fifth, as well as Alex Stapleton has Briggs looking to his inside. And speaking of the inside, swapping around, Cole's gonna go to the inside of Lee Kroc going to turn number 1.
Cole's tried the high side, tried the low side, gave him a little shot in the shorts with love, but just cannot get by that 10K of Lee Kroc as the 2X of Chuck Madden Jr. starts to fade away in the sunset. If Cole wants a chance, he has got to get around that 10K car right now. If the 10K of Kroc wants a chance at the 2X, he has to go to the whip right now as well. Is once again the 2X, Chuck Madden Jr. walking away from the field right now. 10 laps to go. It is Madden, Kroc, Cole, Cole, Fink, and Stapleton, your top 5.
We got 3 cars battling, actually now making a fatal 4-pack coming off of turn number 2. We got Alex Stapleton, Brandon Nielsen, Briggs, and Coop all battling for one position going through 3 and 4 now. Throw a blanket over him as Nielsen's going to take the high side, try to come up on Stapleton. Now 3 cars battling for one spot. Briggs to the inside. Nielsen trying the outside. He's going to peek his nose there. Stapleton, you got company to the outside. Closes the door on him. Now Nielsen going to reel back and try to go to the inside. Well, Briggs trying to look to the inside of Nielsen. No, Nielsen's the inside. We're going to come 3 wide off of turn number 4 to the front stretch, PJ.
Oh, man. Stapleton to the outside. He is able to get away, but they were 3 wide for at least half of the front stretch. Stapleton now trying to go to the whip, get away from Nielsen, as Nielsen's trying to get away from the 24W of Briggs. But meanwhile, up front, Chuck Madden Jr. has now caught the back end of the field as he goes to lap the 28 car of your pole sitter, Troy Mabbitt, and caution is out.
Caution is out, and I am not sure what for.
Nor am I, and they're not saying anything over the receiver.
Maybe some Jacques Debris once again visiting the Shelby County Speedway. There was a battle shaping up for that second place spot there, PJ. We had a 3-car battle for, I think it was like 6th or 7th. And then second place started having a 3-car battle as well.
Jason Fussell, I'm not sorry, not Jason Fussell, but Jason Cole in 3rd. Sorry to Carrie and the girls. Jeff Fink in 4th, and Alex Stapleton rounding out the top 5.
Lights are out. Green's going to come out this time by Chuck Madden Jr. hits the gas. We're green once again coming off of turn number 4. Green high in the air. Cole to the inside of Lee Kroc going into turn number 1, side by side. Little contact. They're going to stay clean and green. Now Cole's going to have that position going down the backstretch. Alex Stapleton gives a shot to the shorts to Kroc, and Fink gives a shot to Stapleton. Now Stapleton to the inside. We're going to almost be 3 wide coming down the front stretch for deeper in the field. And Stapleton takes the 3rd spot from Lee Kroc.
So it is still Chuck Madden Jr. not realizing as the 87 of Steyer goes in that he has some heavy hitters behind him. Jason Cole trying to go to the whip to catch up to the 2X as they're going to come down and see 5 laps to go this time by. Alex Stapleton still sitting in 3rd. Lee Kroc in 4th. And then you got Jeff Fink rounding out the top 5, but Fink now under pressure from the T8 of Brandon Nielsen.
And Coop is in there too. And Briggs. So that fatal 4-way is still battling out near each other, trying to get the battle going. Now Fink's going to look to the inside of Lee Kroc going on the front stretch. Side by side, they're going to go into turn number 1. And Fink doesn't have anything yet on Kroc, but he's going to try it. He's still side by side, drag race down the backstretch. Will he have him in turn number 3? Lee's holding out a half a car length advantage going in turn number 3. Still to the inside, 2 to go this time by Chuck Madden, still your leader, with the 27 catching back up to him now, BJ.
Jason Cole is on a mission. He is going to the whip, and he has all but caught the 2X of Madden. He's still got a little ways to go, and they're going to be seeing the white flag this time by, so he needs to make a move and make it now if he is going to. Little bit of a bobble by the 2X of Madden coming out of 4. Cole able to get right up there. Can he make something happen?
Caution is out. Caution's out.
No.
I believe it is for the 28 there in turn number 3.
That is Troy Mabbitt, your pole sitter. That's going to move us back up to a green, white, checkered finish.
All the way around.
Well, for those that don't know, Madden, Cole, Stapleton, Fink, those guys battle it out weekly here at the Shelby County Speedway. So these guys no strangers to each other. They know how each other runs. So this, once again, could get very interesting as Chuck Madden Jr. leads them slowly down through 3 and 4. Now he's going to hit the gas, thinking he can get away from Jason Cole, but Jason Cole right on his back bumper. Cole's going to go to the inside. Cole trying to get around. not quite going to happen as he's going to wash up, and it's going to be Madden still with the lead. Madden, Cole, and Stapleton breaking away from the rest of the field as Croc now trying to get to the inside of Fink. But it is Madden, Cole once again going to the whip. White flag is out, 1 to go. If you've got something, you need to show it now or leave the cards on the table. Now Stapleton trying to get to the inside of the 27 of Cole. Not quite going to happen. Through 3 and 4 one more time. Night number 1. The 28th annual Tiny Lund Memorial for your K&OD Hobby Stocks is going to go to Chuck Madden Jr., Jason Cole second, Alex Stapleton third, Jeff Fink fourth, and Lee Kroc is going to round out your top 5.
Once again, there was battles all around the field. That 4-car battle I mentioned before quickly went into a battle and tried to settle themselves out, but all behind your race leader, the 2 of Chuck Madden Jr.
And we're going to get him in here to the monster.
Cheer on your favorite driver as we got the IMCA stock cars on parade. Lights are out. We're going to go green this time by PJ.
18 laps the distance for your 20-car field. It's Zimmerman and Richards leading them down. We are green. Cade Richards with the early advantages. He's going to lead them down into turn number 1. Zimmerman trying to look to the outside. Now says forget that noise. He's going to try and look to the inside, but not going to happen as Cade Richards will retain the lead. It's Richards, Zimmerman, and Ryan Webb now sitting up in that 3rd place spot, but Webb under pressure from Tim Pedraza. Pedraza into 4th, and now there's Big Red Munson. Brandon Munson sneaks up into that top 5. Right behind him, here comes Mike Nichols sitting in 6th place in the 63. But up front, it is all the kid, Cade Richards, leading.
As Brandon Munson looks to the inside of the 77 of Zimmerman. We got trouble. Look out. Mike Nichols more wide to front stretch. Something happened with Mike Nichols. He bobbled it back and almost got taken out by 4 cars coming by him. Now he's in a mad dash for trying to figure out who's going to be where. Travis Barker's up ahead of Dusty Van Horn is now the 2 of Bram Munson finds himself way back there battling with Dusty Van Horn, but leading it still is Cade Richards, being followed by Ryan Webb and the 77 of Paul Zimmerman.
The 01B of Grandpa Gums Kevin Bruck throwing caution to the wind. He threw it in there 4 wide, was able to make it work. Now Travis Barker getting by the 3Z of Tim Pedraza as he is going to take over the 4th place spot. Pedraza and Van Horn working side by side. Give dirty 5th as Pedraza falling backwards. It is Cade Richards, Ryan Webb, Paul Zimmerman, Travis Barker, and Dirty Dusty Van Horn rounding out that top 5 as we are coming down to 14 laps to go. Cade Richards has been looking absolutely awesome up front in that stock car. Mind you, he does not have a stock car victory yet, but wouldn't it be great if tonight would be the night? Meanwhile, we've got problems for the 3 of Wahoo Mike Albertson. Wahoo is wahooing himself back to the back of the field. Meanwhile, back up front. Wait a minute. We got Red Munson and Mike Nichols for 6th and 7th. Here comes Keith Napa in the battle as well. So 6th, 7th, and 8th all up for grabs now. Nichols, Munson, and Knopp. Back up front, though, it's Cade Richards starting to pull away from Ryan Webb.
I was going to say, looking up front, Ryan Webb was knocking on the back door, but bobbled, and now Richards has checked out, and Ryan Webb now falling into the clutches of Zimmerman. Barker's working his way into the top 4. He's just ahead of Dusty Van Horn, who's trying to find his way around Barker. Barker's looking up towards Zimmerman, looking to find the best way around there. Richards takes another lap in. Ryan Webb starting to reel him back in. Dusty to the inside of Barker with Mike Nichols right behind him.
Zimmerman goes around. Zimmerman around in turn 2. Just got on the gas a little too hard, a little too hot. And now caution is going to come out for the 77Z of Paul Zimmerman, who was running 3rd at the time.
And there's the caution. Everybody starts slowing down. We got a car at the bottom of turn number 2. Spinning it out a little too hard under the gas. And went around. Great driving by Barker and Van Horn to go around him as he spun out in front of them. Field.
Well, you also got Corey Stapleton, Tim Pedraza. You got Kevin Brooks in there. Mike Stapleton. You have a lot of guys all through the field right now that have a chance at possibly winning tonight, or if not tonight, tomorrow night.
That they do. Lights are out. We're going to come to the green this time by Richards taking a slow, nice and easy pace. A little shot to the shorts by Barker. And oh no! Issues for Webb as he dives it off of turn number 4. We're going to go back to the caution immediately.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ryan Webb on his own. Looks like it bobbled. And wait a minute. Wait. There is some debris high in turn 2. It looks long and white. Could it be a drive shaft out of the ZR1? Of course, I don't have my binoculars out at this moment. Why would I? Travis Barker 2nd, Dirty Dusty Van Horn 3rd, Mike Nichols in 4th, and Keith Knopp rounding out that top 5. And we are back to green. Cade Richards already going to the whip, but so is a 33 VH of Van Horn. Van Horn once again on the high side. Here comes Mike Nichols. Nichols to the inside of Van Horn. The battle for second is on. Travis Barker didn't even know what happened to him as big time slider from Nichols. Nichols with the lead for half a second. Now he's getting leaned on by the 1R of Richards. Nichols with the lead. Van Horn to the inside. Richards now about to fall back to 3rd as he now battles to the outside of Van Horn. Nichols going to the whip as Van Horn's now going to clear the 1R of Richards in 2nd. Now can he get up there and do battle with the 63? Richards still trying to get back to the inside, but nothing shaking bacon. Meanwhile, Keith Knopp working on the 30 of Travis Barker, but it is new leader Mike Nichols up front.
Here they come, and there they go. Freight train right on by. Mike Nichols to the lead. Dusty Van Horn in 2nd. Now chasing down Mike Nichols as he gains a little ground coming into the front stretch. We got a 3-car battle deeper in the back. Trouble contact with Stapleton and Barker. 3 wide down the front stretch and settled it out, but we got battle still shaping up front. Dusty Van Horn's trying to make his way up in there. Keith Knott settles in for the 4th place spot behind Cade Richards, who settled in 3rd.
Oh, the 30 of Travis Barker off the pace down the backstretch as he get ready to go into 3. He is falling to the back. He looks like he is going to be done as he is slowly coming through 3 and 4. And indeed, he is going to make that left-hand turn down into the work area. Unfortunately, Mr. Clean going to be
battle
done.
Battle up front, battle for the lead. Dusty Van Horn sliding the 63 of Mike Nichols. Drag race side by side.
Oh, contact!
He takes the lead back up, and now we also got a battle for 3rd with Knopp and Richards. Dusty Van Horn's going to try and get back underneath them as they side-by-side battle down the backstretch. Doesn't quite get up there, but hits the high side. He's going to try and make it and dive it down to the bottom. Gets the momentum. We're going to sit here. Tucks back behind him as we got 5 laps to go, PJ.
So 5 laps to go. Van Horn. Oh, wait a minute. Something wrong with the 2 of Red Munson. He is. Whoa.
Oh, broken ball joint. That thing's dug into the dirt. He might be off track enough for him.
Let's find out, because right now, no, caution is out. Caution is out. And Van Horn was getting ready to mount another charge on the 63 of Nichols.
Looks like a broken ball joint. There was nothing Munson could do at all except let that car dive to the infield, because you can see the left front there squatted way in the dirt. Second on on the outside. Cade Richards to the inside, right behind Mike Nichols. As we roll into turn number 3, nice even pace, side by side behind. Nichols is gonna try to make a run as the green flag comes out. We're back underway in your stock car feature.
Nichols leads him into turn number 1. Van Horn, oh, little bobble by Nichols. Richards now to the inside of Nichols. Here comes Van Horn. Are they going to try and push it 3 wide? Van Horn wants to, not quite able to. Nichols able to hold off Van Horn through 3 and 4. And is going to lead another lap. Van Horn now sitting in second, not getting by Richards for third. Stapleton trying to find a way to get around, but right now can't, as Mike Nichols still leading. Dusty Van Horn trying to go to the whip. 5 laps to go. Can he get up there, and can he get by?
Now we got a battle for third shaping up with 3 different cars as Stapleton caught Knopp caught Richards, and Van Horn just trying to make a run to catch back up to Mike Nichols, but I think he showed in the fast line as we got a tangle of cars in turn number 2, and they're straightening it all out. We're going to stay clean and green. But Richards back up to the bumper there of Dusty Van Horn. Knock, knock, he's there. What does he have from him as he going to turn number 1? The back bumper's a little bit up, so there was a little bit of contact there. Not much, though. But single file so far. Richards looking to the inside of Dusty Van Horn, trying to make something happen, but as we got 2 to go, it's still Mike Nichols, your leader.
Trouble for Tim Pedraza as he is slowed down the work lane. He is going to make that left-hand turn and be done for the evening. If Van Horn has anything for Nichols, he needs to show it now. There, the white flag will be out next time as they cross under the flag stand. Lane Pugh has it in hand. Nichols comes out of 4, sees the white flag flying. Van Horn trying desperately to catch up to the 63. But 63 bobbles! Nichols bobbles! Here comes Van Horn! Van Horn cannot capitalize as he had to get on the brakes. Can he make a shot one more time into 3 and 4? He's going to try and drive it deep, but not going to happen. Mike Nichols is going to win. Dusty Van Horn second, Cade Richards third, Keith Knopp fourth, and Corey Stapleton rounds out the top 5. Unfortunately, when Nichols bobbled, he bobbled right in front of Van Horn. Van Horn had to get on the brakes, and that was all it took.
That was all it took. He was able to hold off a hard-charging Dusty Van Horn and keep on the lead to take home the victory in tonight's IMCA Stock Car Feature event.
Your top 10.
As it is parade lap time for your IMCA Murder Hornet Sport Compacts.
I would have thought the Hornet's Nest would have settled down, but no, it is rumbling hard. Here we go. Down the front stretch, 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Parade lap time. Your IMCA Murderer Sport Compacts are on parade.
So 21 cars, 12 laps is the distance, and we're going to be going green the next time out of turn number 4. Your current Lady Eagle points leader had the national points lead for a while, now sitting 4th in national points. Katie DeVries leading. Ladies and gentlemen, at the 28th Annual Tiny Lund Memorial, it's time to release the Murder Hornets! And immediately, Evan Ravick goes to work on the AK of Katie DeVries. It is Katie DeVries versus the 2020 track champion. And oh, we got Kane the Bandit Malberg around. Also looks like, I'm not sure who the other car is.
A lot of trouble over there as the yellow flag flies before the opening lap is completed.
Well, not exactly the way they wanted to kick the tires and light the fires for this feature.
Well, they certainly kicked the tires.
But as Grandma always said, nobody listened anyway. as we're having some technical difficulties. Battery drainage on the wireless mic, so bear with us for a moment. All right, so we're going to give this another try as the green comes out. And again, Evan Rabick to the inside of the 8K of Katie DeVries. They're going to battle side by side. Meanwhile, the 19 of Ryan Brown also trying to check in there as well. 18R Justin Reed also trying to check in. Everybody through 1 and 2 clean. As they come into 3 and 4, it's still a side-by-side battle. DeVries and Rabick, as they got cars 2 and 3 wide back through the field. Everybody trying to stay clean as DeVries now going to take over the lead from Rabick. Rabick, he has got some company as the 18. That is Dave Malberg already working his way up to that 3rd place spot. Oh, we got cars around. That's Malberg. And the 19R, or 18R of Justin Reed going around in turn number 4. Ay, ay, ay. Also looks like the 15H of Housley involved in that as well, as he is going to make his way down to the work lane. Not sure what the 15H of Tyler Housley is doing, but he went back to his pit stall, now trying to come back out. That is a no-no. So he is going to head back to the pits.
All right, we're going to give her a early shot here.
Katie DeVries brings them down out of turn number 4, and she is going to take the green. Rabick and Brian Van Osdal side by side for 2nd and 3rd. As DeVries starts to gap Rabick. Rabick now takes back over 2nd from Van Osdal. Tyler Feeblecorn now into 4th as he is meat in a Van Osdal sandwich. Brian in front of him, Chris behind him. But it is all Katie DeVries up front right now. As now we're starting to get a few laps on the track.
We got a battle for the 3rd place spot with Van Osdal and Feeblecorn. Feeblecorn going to drive up and get in front. No, he's going to stay side by side. A little romance going on there as they go side by side still. He's going to try and look at the inside of Rabick as they go into turn number 1. You have battle for 2nd now. 3 cars battling for 1 position as Rabick now has a 61F to his inside. Feeblecorn to the inside of Rabick. Coming down in turn number 4. Now they're going to try and make a battle for the lead at the same time. It seems as the battles move forward, the cars get closer. As they go to turn number 1, we still got that battle for 2nd as we approach a little bit of lap traffic. What does DeVries do? Holds them off and separate out. And little truffle there with Feeblecorn. Fell back, and Rabick is now going to battle with DeVries coming out of turn number 4. Contact down the front stretch. Keep it straight. And they're going to see another lap down. 7 to go, PJ.
Katie DeVries able to hang on as Rabick gave her a little shot in the wrong part of her shorts there as he falls back. Feeblecorn trying to get to the outside of the 19X of Rabick. Side by side right behind Katie DeVries. They have not let Katie DeVries walk away too much. Halfway home, 6 down, 6 to go. As now Feeblecorn gets around Rabick. He is right on the back bumper of the 8K of DeVries. Battle for that. Now he's going to go to the low side. Battle for the lead is on. Feeblecorn to the inside. Is he going to try and slide up? Nope, not going to happen, but he is going to bobble. It's going to be a drag race down the front stretch. Feeblecorn by a nose, barely. 5 to go.
5 to go, and DeVries is battling to the outside of Feeblecorn. Feeblecorn to the inside of DeVries. Gets the position down the backstretch. He secures the lead going into turn number 3. DeVries has Rabick, and one of the Van Osdals is on the backside of Rabick. Actually, make that both of the Van Osdals are back there. As the red and yellow 15 of Van Osdal. Oh, more lap traffic is it causing problems for your leaders. Now DeVries is back to the outside of Feeblecorn. Feeblecorn holding off on the inside, still half a car length advantage lead, maybe a quarter. Either way, turn number 4 still side by side for your race lead as they come down, 3 laps to go this time.
Feeblecorn still trying to hold off a hard-charging Katie DeVries, Evan Rabick in third. Then it's Chris Van Osdal and Brian Van Osdal fourth and fifth.
Oh, motor up in turn number 1. He's going to spin it. Hang on to it. Oh, that's a lot of fluid on the track now.
That is going to be the 10K of Dennis Kennedy.
We're going to stay green. 2 to go. This time by Feeblecorn still in your race lead.
As Feeblecorn bobbles, goes up just a hair. DeVries once again trying to get to the inside, cannot make the move though. She is running out of time. White flag going to be out this time by for Tyler Feeblecorn. Can DeVries, Rabick, or one of the Van Osdals make any kind of a move? Down into one more time. Again, Feeblecorn holding his line. DeVries not able to catch up or gain any ground. They're going to go into 3 and 4 one more time. It's going to be Tyler Feeblecorn with the win. Katie DeVries second. Evan Rabick third. Chris Van Osdal fourth. And Brian Van Osdal rounding out your top 5.
Now maybe the nest can settle down a little bit. Another motor goes kaboom, PJ. How many does that make now? We've had a lot of them go up and a lot of smoke shows and even fire.
I believe that's got to be pushing at least 4, if not 5 tonight so far. Oh no, and right off the bat, the 33 Don Beckstrom getting pushed into the pit area. His race is going to be done before it even starts.
Unfortunate for him. I was looking to see who it was. Looking through my race pass, I was looking and Don Beckstrom unfortunately unable to compete tonight. Something happened after taking onto the pace laps.
"20 laps of distance with 26 cars. We're going green this time by. It is once again Alan Hopp and Eric Pollard on the front row. They're going to lead. Oh, I don't even know what that was, but we've got cars around in the back, and there's no way that starts going.
I do believe that's going to get called back. Yep, there's the yellow lights. I was looking up at the flagman, and he just looked at his arms and go, what was that? You know it's bad when the flagman's even going, what, guys?
I'll tell you, your pole sitter, Alan Hopp, was at least 4 rows back before they even got into turn number 4, and then all heck just broke loose.
And the 15X is pulling in.
Oh, so Ryan Griffith done for the Knights.
All right, lights are out. We're going to go green this time by.
RPMs are going to come up as they go through 3 and 4. And we're green with the late models. This time we're going to get a good start as they go through 1 and 2. Alan Hopp is going to take the preferred position over Eric Pollard. It is Hopp, Pollard, the 21T of Har in third. And side-by-side battle going on for 4th and 5th. That is going to be the 3 of Dan Jackson. And looks like possibly
Seltzman in there and
yes,
inside of
Saltzman.
Har. Seltzman inside of Har, going to battle to the outside. Is Har going to try and hold him off? Or is that Zender's now going to look to the inside of that. And he's been battling side-by-side with Kale Kaczynski through the turns side-by-side as they go. Har, Seltzman, Zentner to the inside of Seltzman now. As we had a little trouble in turns 1 and 2, but we're going to stay clean and green. Here we go. Seltzman in. Zentner now gets by Hart and Seltzman. He takes the third place spot. Is he going to chase down the three? As his transponder is now working, but now he's up on the second. We got a gaggle of cars for fifth on back. Zentner is making a charge. He's going to try and make his way up. He goes to the round to the outside. Red flag, red, red, red. Fire and safety are on the move. So I thought we were going red. We're still green. Why are, I don't know. We're still green.
Not sure exactly what is going on as lights came on the rescue, the ambulance and the fire truck. Now the lights are off, but they're heading back somewhere in the pits. Meanwhile, Alan Hopp is still walking away from the P7 of Eric Pollard at this moment in time. Hopp going to come down. It's not going to be but about maybe 5 or 6 more laps, and lap traffic will come into play. Pollard still second, Zentner third, Jackson in fourth. And then the battle is on between the 92 of Jacob Brown and the 56T of Andrew Tilley for that fifth and final spot.
Best battle on track currently is that battle for fifth. That's going to be almost a 3-car battle, as now they're going to try and get up to Seltzman to make it a battle for fourth. Seltzman in your fourth position, Brown in fifth, Andrew Tilley sixth. They are coming up. Blue flag is out, lap traffic is in play. All right, battle for your fourth position with the 92 and the 98. Catching up to the 3 once again, so battle for position there. Brown to the inside of Seltzman, not quite there yet. Seltzman still able to hold him off, but Brown is on the charge. He is making his way. What does he have for him as there's a lap car in between them to make the challenge ever so much there, as the top 3 have checked out on the field.
Saltzman still trying to hold off a hard charge from the 3 of Jackson and the 92 of Brown, as looks like the 24. He is going to call Michael Brown. He is going to call no joy, pull a pit side. He'll be done. But up front, it is still all Alan Hopp. Led from the drop of the green, started on the pin, and very soon, lap traffic, he will be in.
Lap traffic, he is in, because he is just now passing the 4M, and that's going to allow Pollard to start catching him as he has to work his way around the outside of the 4M.
Oh, Jamison Kofeld, problems with the 36. He pulls it in and is done for the night.
He pulls it in, he is done for the night, but now Pollard is catching up. Zentner's to the inside of Pollard. Zentner making the charge on second, doesn't hold his way back. He's going to tuck back in for the third place spot. He has caught second though. Zentner making the charge on Pollard. Pollard goes low, trying to find his way towards Hopp and trying to make it around, not knowing that he has company in a 22Z. Pollard now looking to the inside of Hopp. Hopp bobbled a little bit. Hopp hopped it up at turn number 1. Now he's going into turn number 3. A little bit high line. There's back stretch down again. And Pollard's going to look to the inside down the front stretch. Going to turn number 1. BJ, 5 to go. Sorry, 6 to go.
Zach Zentner trying to go to the whip, see if he can possibly move up another spot into that second place spot. But right now it is all Alan Hopp. Hopp currently leading as he is going to come up on the 13 JR of Colton Leal, pick off another spot. Pollard still, Pollard got hung up there for a moment. Now he's going to have to try and go around the outside to get around the 13 junior of Leal. That's going to allow Zentner a chance to catch up to Pollard. But with only 5 laps to go, make that 4 laps to go, it is still all Alan Hopp. He is now getting ready to come up on A.J. Jorgensen in the 47 and put him a lap down as he's going to slide it into 3. Around the outside, high, wide, and around the outside, it's going to be Alan Hopp clicking off yet another lead, or another lap, as he has 3 laps to go to win here in Harlan.
Alan Hopp with plenty of wide open track in front of him now as he has made his way past the lap traffic. Pollard still working his way around the traffic. We got 2 to go this time by. Zentner is catching. Got almost in a little bit of trouble there, but he's going to try and catch Pollard for the second place spot as they're still working on some lap traffic. 2 to go is still up, and we're going to come to the white flag this time by Allen Hop. Clear sailing in front of him. Not a problem in the world so far. Has to survive one more lap as Pollard is trying to hold off a hard charging Zentner. Zentner has one last chance to give it to Pollard, trying to get the third place spot from him. But through turns 3 and 4, the number 80 of Allen Hop is going to look up and see the double checkers flying. Allen Hop, your feature winner in the INCAA late models. Pollard in second. And it's going to be Zentner, Jacob Brown, Brandon Saltzman, Jake Neal, Andrew Tilley, Gary Webb, Randy Archer, and AJ Jorgensen will round out your top 10.
Round Pounders of America's Heartland, your IMCA Modifieds presented by Pitts Chiropractic. Once again, it's a Dad and Lad show up on the front row as Alex Reitz and his father, Craig Reitz, are going to start on row number 1.
Chris Mills and Cody Olson right behind him. Going to see if they can try to get around him. Chris Mills is already making a charge in his heat race there, PJ, so it'll be interesting to see what he has for this bunch. Lights are out. We're going to go green this time by PJ as we got Alex Reitz, Craig Reitz up on the front row, followed by Chris Mills and Cody Olson.
And let's not forget Kelly Shryock rounding out the top 5. RPMs are going to come up. We're green with the modifieds. And it is going to be Alex Reitz with the early advantage, leading down to 1, but here comes Pops. Craig Reitz trying to get around the outside. They're going to be back side by side as they come out of 2 down the backstretch. Meanwhile, Chris Mills, Cody Olson still side by side, as is Shryock. And now here comes Hobscheit. Hobscheit starting to work his way forward as he's going to get around the 3 of Shryock. Now he's going to try to work himself between Mills and Olson. He gets around Mills, cannot quite get around Olson. Move the 0-1. No, wait a minute. I was going to say moving up to 4th, but here comes Shryock back on the inside. Now the battle is on for 4th and 5th. Shryock and Hobscheit. Meanwhile, Craig Reitz has walked away with the lead.
Beep, beep, here we come with the 0-1 of Jacob Hobscheit moving up very fast with Kelly Shryock right beside him on the inside. 2 by 2, well behind your leader, but Hobscheit looking to see if he can make it a 3-car dance. 4 wide off the turn number 4. As Hobscheit takes over the position and is now battling for the 2nd spot. Kelly Shryock is now in 4th. Hobscheit in 3rd. Kelly Shryock to the inside of Hobscheit. Hobscheit going to try and make the run on Olson. Cody Olson, you got company. Look, watch out to your inside. Hobscheit, he's going to drive it down, crossover, and Olson side by side with Hobscheit. Olson takes it back going into turn number 1. Hobscheit's not going to let him go.
Craig Reitz has checked out. He's already back in Dunlap right now as the battle is on behind him. Hobscheit again taking over that 2nd place spot as he is going to drift up. The 777 of Olson trying to get to the inside. Not going to happen, but they're going to go nose to tail down the front stretch. Now Olson back to the inside once again. Shryock sitting in 4th. Mills in 5th. They're pretty much solidified in their spots for right now. But right now it is the 777 Cody Olson. Olson trying to go to the whip. He is trying to catch back up to the back of that 0-1 of Hobscheit. Hobscheit now starting to pull away ever so slightly. And Olson bobbles. Here comes Shryock. Shryock to the inside. Puts Shryock into 3rd. The 3 is in 3rd right now. But it's all happening behind the 1R of Craig Reitz, your leader.
Speaking of things happening, Roth has just slid past Reitz for a battle keeper back. Now he's got open air in front of him. He's going to try and make his way into the top 5. Meanwhile, Cody Olson is looking down to the inside, sees Mills go right on by him. Olson's on the way in the wrong way as he's in this feature, but Kelly Schrock's trying to make it up towards get Jacob Hopscheid's position. Mills found something as he's following in the tire tracks of Kelly Schrock, but Greg Reitz is absolutely gone.
Greg Reitz, like I said earlier, checked out into a whole nother zip code. Right now, no real battle. As I say, no real battles. Here comes Chris Mills to the inside of Kelly Schrock. Now Schrock to the inside of Hopscheid. Second, third, and fourth, all up for grabs. As Hopscheid's going to retain second. Now, Mills going to try and go to the inside. A little bit of a bobble by Schrock. The Skyrocket gets a little bit of a bobble in. And put Mills up to that third place spot, as now he's going to go to work on the 0-1 of Hopscheid. We're halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. And Craig Reitz is going to be looking at lap traffic here in just a few moments, as he's going to come up on the 38 of Gardner.
As we now have a battle for the second place spot, Mills is looking at Hopscheid. He bobbled a little bit. Now he's going to fall into the clutches of Schrock. Schrock looking to the inside of Mills. But meanwhile, here's Anthony Roth. He has caught up that battle for the fifth place spot. He's going to battle it up with 777 of Cody Olson. He's going to slide it in deep. Slider, crossover possibly coming. He's going to hold the position in front of Olson. Now he's got the top five. Roth into the top five. Schrock trying to battle it up and get underneath the Mills to try and take the third spot. Hopscheid has gotten away from that battle for third. Craig Reitz gone. Battle for third. Battle for fourth. Now as Roth has found his way up to Schrock, hitting the high side. Schrock, you've got company in the Roth. Hopscheid going around the lap car. Mills is the next one up to try and take on the lap car. But meantime, Schrock has a bumper full of Roth as we go into turn number 3. Meanwhile, contact with Roth, letting him know. Using the chrome horn, lets him know he's there. Schrock knows he has company now, as Mills trying to get up to Hopscheid, and Craig Reitz just checking out.
The battle between Anthony Roth and Schrock. They got a battle, or they got a lap car in between them, or they had one, as Garner was in between them. But right now, Chris Mills move Mills up to second as he gets around the 0-1 of Hopscheid. That's going to open the door for Schrock. Schrock now trying to get around Hopscheid as well, as he is going to move up to that third place spot. Jacob Hopscheid, in the matter of a corner and a half a straightaway, goes from second back to fourth. And now here comes Stone Cold Anthony Roth around the outside. Is he going to be able to get by the 0-1 of Hopscheid as well? As yes, he is coming out of 2. Schrock now trying to track down the 0-2 junior of Mills. Nobody's going to be able to track down the 1R of Reitz unless there is a caution. It's Reitz, Mills, Schrock, Roth, and Hopscheid.
All right, Anthony Roth is got by Hopscheid. Schrock is trying to get up to Mills. Everything is all stretched out now. As 2 to go this time by, Mills is looking at possibly seeing Schrock get to his back bumper. Will Schrock have anything to get that second place spot? They're slightly catching up to Reitz, but they're not going to have the time to do it. As they go down the backstretch into turn number 3. Roth is now catching up to Schrock. Will he have something for Schrock as they come around? White flag this time by Craig Reitz, taking it on.
Chris Mills has cut big time into the lead of Reitz. He's not going to be able to catch him unless Reitz bobbles. But man, look at the distance he has made up on the 1R. One more time through 3 and 4. Craig Reitz is going to be your winner here on night 1 of the Tiny Lund Memorial. Chris Mills into second. Battle is on. Drag race for third. Wow, by a nose it was Schrock. By a barely a nose it was Schrock third. Roth fourth, and Jacob Hopscheid is going to round out your top 5. Wow, wow, wow.
Kelly Schrock held off for the third position over Anthony Roth by .02.
So, we will get
Good Lord.
That was some good battling going on there, BJ.
we will have
And you know the best part? They went green to checkered.
green to checkered, and Craig Reitz absolutely checking out on the field.
He'll take the Tiny Lund Memorial Trophy, Night 1 trophy back to Dunlap, Iowa.